And I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a nickel. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them dope and let them deal to brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I'd love to go back to when we played as kids, but things change, and that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way, that's just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. I see no changes, all I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the waste, take the evil out the people. They'll be acting right, 'cause both black and white are smoking crack tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other, kill each other. It takes skill to be real, time to heal each other. And although it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready to see a black president. Oh, it ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But some things will never change, never change. Trying to show another way, but you're staying in a dope game. Ooh, now tell me what's some mother to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. Yeah, you gotta operate the easy way. I made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. Selling crack to the kids, I gotta get paid. Well, hey, well that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way, that's just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just the way it is. Things will never anti-Semitic, fully. They saying I'm acting like Hitler, but how am I acting like Hitler when I'm a fucking nigga? They telling me get off of Twitter. I voted for Trump, not Biden. Now some niggas that went to that island. Why the fuck would you go to that island? Went to the dentist to give me some nitrous. Went to the dentist and put in some diamonds. I did not ask for broke niggas to chime in. They just don't understand me. I'm that nigga that's gonna urinate on Grammys. Rockin' so I stickers cause all my niggas are Nazis. Reading my camp 2 chapters before I go to sleep. Hop in a Rari. She wanna hop in a Rari. She wanna hop in a Rari. She wanna hop in a Rari. I see that look in her eyes. She wanna hop in a ride. I said, are you ready to die? I said, are you ready to die? They telling me that I'm a bully. I'm anti-Semitic, fully. They saying I'm acting like Hitler. But how am I acting like Hitler when I'm a fucking nigga? I see that look in her eyes. She wanna hop in a ride. I said, are you ready to die? I said, are you ready to die? They telling me that I'm a bully. I'm anti-Semitic, bully. They saying I'm acting like Hitler, but how am I acting like Hitler? Who's probably gonna sin again? Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music, I'ma share it, but today I'm yelling, bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 Look inside of my soul to find gold and make it get rich. Look inside of your soul and you can find out it never exists. I can feel the changes. I can feel a new life. I always knew life can be dangerous. I can say that I like the challenge and you tell me it's painless. You don't know what pain is. How can I paint this picture when the club line is hanging with you? Fell on my face and I woke with a scar. Another mistake living deep in my heart. Buried on top of my sleeve in a flick. I can admit that it did look like yours. Why you resent every making of this? Tell me your purpose is petty again. But even a small lighter can burn a bridge. Even a small lighter can burn a bridge. I can feel the changes. I can feel the new people around me. Just wanna be famous. You can see that my city finally put me on stages. To me that's amazing. That's a quick check. With all this respect, let me say this. I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Feel your energy from 2 planets away. Got my drink, I got my music, I will share it, but today I'm Trying to keep it deprived and only co-sign what radio does. And I'm looking right past ya. We live in a world on two different axles. You live in a world, you living behind the mirror. I know what you're scared of. Feel emotions inferior. Shit is vital, I know you had to. This shit is vital, I know you had to. Die in a pitiful vein. Tell me your watch and a chain is way more believable. Give me a feasible game. Rather a seasonal name. I let the people know this is something you can blame. On yourselves you can remain stuck in a box. I'ma break out and then hide every lie. I'ma break out and then hide every lie. I can feel the changes, I can feel the new people around me. Just wanna be famous. You can see that my city found me. Put me on stages. To me that's amazing. To you that's a quick check. With all disrespect, let me say this. I am a sinner, who's probably gonna sin again. Lord forgive me, Lord forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music. I will share it, but today I'm yelling. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
No.
Say what's wrong or right.
I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Yo, we are back. We are back. We are back.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is this? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
You dig it! You dig it! You dig it!
We are back again of another episode of the Black Bottom Rodcast. Come on in. Let's fellowship. We fellowshipping tonight. We got a very interesting show. We got a lot of reactions that's going to be going on. This, I know the title and the thumbnail got everybody like, man, what's this shit all about? Is this just all about Cardi? No, it's not going to be all about Cardi, but we're going to put Cardi up in there because, you know, this is the kind of energy that a lot of modern women are vibing off of. This is the kind of energy that a lot of modern women of the day is emulating. This is the kind of energy that a lot of modern women are holding court on. You know what I'm saying? So hit the like button on the way in. And if you are new, please subscribe. Subscribe. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in right now. Shout out to Wifey, you know, my number one moderator that's on this platform. She does her job. It's been a lot of shit going on over these last couple of weeks. This past weekend was the memorial and homecoming and homegoing of Charlie Kirk. I know a lot of people knew about that. It was all over social media. It was all over the internet. There were actually people that literally were protesting at the memorial. Who does that? Who really does that? That you can't even give this man and his family and his loved ones that moment to just lay the man to rest. I know a lot of people was saying that, oh man, that dude was a good shot because it shot him in the neck, right? But a lot of people don't know or didn't know. And from further investigations and things like that, what initially happened with that brother. Hey, good evening, Brother Johnson. Hope everything is good. Hope everything is well. Hope you're living your best life, and I hope you're striving to be the best version of yourself. But the crazy thing about that scenario obviously I'm not trying to put any kind of negative, influx on it, but the sad thing about that incident is that, yeah, from further knowledge and further digging of that situation, he did have a bulletproof vest on, and the shooter shot him in the chest initially. But the sad thing about it, it ricocheted and hit him in the neck simultaneously. It can happen. The bullet could have went down. It could have lodged. It could have exploded, on impact. But he had a vest that was very obviously it was pretty defiant because hell, it ricocheted off the vest, but unfortunately, it hit him in his throat. But anyway, I hope everyone is doing good tonight. I hope everyone is being blessed. I hope everyone is getting over this illness that's been going on over this last couple of weeks. I know I'm slowly, getting over my ailment. The house is as best as we can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with this sickness that's been going on here in the air. I'm telling you, I'm gonna blame these migrants.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Y'all bringing some new air, some rare air up in this place that I haven't really experienced. And it's crazy. And it's funny that when you bring, or it be a large influx of new people coming into a certain circle of other people that's been here forever, you tend to get these different off the wall ass illnesses that just came out of nowhere. And you be wondering like, well, what the fuck did this shit come from? Why am I feeling like this? I'm telling you, that's why it was always important to be mindful of your health, be mindful of whatever, diseases that you might bring. That's why doing international travel, they really are on you to get immunized to go to these other countries, because you never know what virus or, illness that going on in a place that you're not familiar with, that you've never frequent, and your body might not be able to handle it. And you might go into all kind of different complications with your health. So definitely be mindful of what you're doing if you're traveling from, state to place and continent to country and things like that, but definitely it's been one, but we will be through. We done dealt with so much here in this country. If you gonna let this ailment, that's foreign, take you out, God bless you. Wish it didn't happen, but yeah, this is why it's always important here in this great place that we live in the United States, that we do the best we can to take care of our health the best way we can. It's a lot of shit going on. We got a lot of shit to talk about. This is going to be one. This is definitely going to be one. Are you looking up at me? What I do? I do something wrong? I know you kind of going through it. I'm glad you're somewhat feeling better, but I know it's holding on to you. So I'm praying that that this energy, this disease, this spirit of foreign entities leaves your body. You're gonna be all right. You are a fighter. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, yo, what's up, sweetness? I see you in the house. Oh, you ain't missed nothing. We just started. If you ever really tune in to my lives from the beginning to the ninth inning, you always know that I do intro music, to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just getting started. I haven't done no reactions yet and things like that. I know whatever, yeah, it gotta go. I'm telling you, I'm blaming it on fucking Prisker. I'm blaming it on Brandon Johnson. I'm blaming it on the left. I'm blaming it on these Democrats, and I'm surely blaming it on these damn migrants.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? Like real fucking talk. I'm blaming it on these migrants. These motherfuckers that came up and then fucked up the whole tip. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot to talk about tonight. So, like I always say, get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Like my man Big Mike always say, get you some juice. But man, you gotta leave them pills alone. Them mothers will kill you. So where we at with it tonight? Or we at with it tonight? Well, I'm trying to tell you. We are at with it tonight. You see the title. Is the trauma that we deal with in our communities the reason why the modern woman is toxic? Is the trauma that we deal with in our communities is the reason why our men out here are toxic? Because see, this is not really going to be a live stream video just to down women. I've never tried to put this platform to the fact where this is some kind of, woman hating, club of Latter-day Saints. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that what's being projected on social media stronger in as far as gender wise, is it women? Yeah, it's women. Is it being to the point where there are a lot of spaces and places where women are doing their best to prove their points, give their opinions, give their thoughts? Yes. And that's not a problem. I know a lot of ladies out here in the world think that men don't want to hear what women have to say. And I'm here to tell you that that's not a true statement. We want to have conversations. We want to have these discussions. We want to have these sit downs with women because we're in a crazy time now. We're in a crazy space now where people are not truly understanding where each side is coming from. People are not truly understanding how people are moving. A lot of it has to do with the influence that we have in the world. A lot of it might be, some people that you might have looked up to that might have not been all the way solid or all the way, good in their own personal endeavors. And you might have picked up certain things from them. A lot of it could be dealing with the fact of how our family structure has been broken down, not over a course of weeks, a course of months, a course of years, but a course of decades to now, from then into now. Okay. We have gotten to one place in life, in our lives, in our communities, in our families, and now we're somewhere else. And it ain't measuring out. Hit the like button on the way in as you new coming on to the live stream. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. I'm your host, Ross Lee. I'm here to bring the real, have grown folks conversation, fellowship, and most of all, have a good time doing it. I want to entertain you and everything else, but also we want to learn something. If you're more than willing to want to donate to the channel, you know, you're more than willing to look it up as far as what I got on the screen. Shout out to the brother that sent me a donation from last week's live stream. I believe it was on Friday. I don't have your name offhand with me up front because I would give you a personal shout out. But hey, every little bit helps. I'm on a goal right now. I'm trying to get to at least 500 before the end of this year. I need y'all help now. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Tell your friend to tell a friend and tell a friend to tune on in. We're here to fellowship. We're here to have a good time. And we're here to be, to learn something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Aaron. Oh, okay. Yo, what up, Big Mike? Shout out to you. I hope you got your juice ready. Shout out to you, Aaron, that sent me that cash app. Much appreciated. Hey, y'all. I'm broke. I'm broke.
You dig it. You dig it. You dig it.
If you really want a great show as far as showing where I'm doing all this stuff with all the bells and whistles, hey, I miss you too. We all need to link up real soon. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing is we got the internet, we got social media, so we can always connect and stay in tune until we get in tune. So that's always a good thing. But, just to let y'all know, I'm doing this from the bottom of my heart because it's the kind of person I am. And I always try to give as much to the people that I can while I'm here. I just want my little place in the world. I'm not trying to take over nobody's shit. I ain't trying to be the big man on the block. I ain't trying to really be the plug, but if it's on some information and knowledge, I'll be that plug. But I always need the support. This channel, I've been doing it for a while. I used to double stream, struggle stream when I was on Facebook, but now I'm doing it solely on the YouTube side. And hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate the accolades. I appreciate, the respect that I got my A1 day ones that's tuning in to me, regardless if it's 2 of us or 200 of us or 2,000 of us. That I always appreciate. So thank you for the love and support. But definitely, if you're more than willing to help out and contribute to the channel, Cash App is right here. A whole bunch of ones beats a whole bunch of nuns. All proceeds go towards the channel to help get new equipment, new cameras. I really want to have a nice production for all of y'all. So when y'all come in here, y'all really seeing a nice show and a nice live stream. I did not And I know my wife is going to kick my ass before it because I didn't get a chance to do it because I was so busy. And that's crazy. I took a whole week off last week to take care of things. And I didn't take care of everything that I needed to take care of. I took care of some things, but I didn't take care of everything that I needed to take care of. So I'm still going to be working on doing short content. So please don't hold it against me. I'm not perfect. And you ain't going to beat me up. That's all I'm going to say. So definitely be looking out for my short content too in the near and dear future. But man, tell your families and friends to tune in to the Black Bottom Rodcast so we can all grow this channel. You know what I'm saying? But all I ask is show respect, be engaging, speak to our moderators, speak to our family that tunes in, to our Black Bottom Rodcast family, but don't come into my fucking chat. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. I'm having some fucking.
You want to come?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
It's time for the percolator.
There we go.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Don't come into my chat with your glitter shorts on and your slip slides, throwing motherfucking cookies and bonbons and shit in Walmart's hallways because you don't like what we talking about. Don't come into my comment being disrespectful, bending over. Hey, don't come into my comments twerking. We will fucking call you out. And also, if anybody else do want to be a moderator to the channel, I am seeking other moderators. I had a situation with one where you're not going to see that person for a while, and we really need to get her up off the channel. So, OG Fun Size, if you find where that person is at, please do me the favor and get that motherfucker up off our shit. Because what we not going to do is have negative bullshit, negative energy in our family. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. What I thought was a contender was nothing but a pretender. And behind the scenes, it was a whole fucking shit show. So anybody else that do in fact want to be a moderator, all you need to do is just comment in the chat and say you want to be a moderator. If I think that you're cool and you can help, help grow this Black Bottom Rodcast family, you too can eat cake. But we're going to get on with the show. I didn't talk long enough. It don't matter. That's a person that you ain't going to see for a while. It's no need to even name names. It was a person who I thought was, down with the fam, but, they showed another side of them. So it ain't even worth giving a name or giving them that much airplay. I said what I said. Let's go on with the show. We got some shit going on with a lot of our ladies that is showing the trauma in their life and bringing it out into the world. And in a sense, it's like accepting the fact. You know what I'm saying? No one that you really know. What is the job of the moderator? What the job of a moderator is to make sure that everyone in the chat is being respectful. We have certain rules, whereas, we're not going to, down anyone in the chat for their comments as long as they're respectful. We're not, you can time people out if they get too out of line with the comment section. Don't be coming up into my comments.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Twerking. being disrespectful, and also to share the page and make sure other people in this in different social spaces can tune us in and promote and do some promotion if you can. That's about it. Help grow the channel. Trust me, when we get to this when we get this channel monetized and we starting to make some money, I got a lot of good things in the near and dear future that I'm gonna do for my moderators. So definitely, all you need to do, hey, if you're willing to be a part of it, just comment in the comment section that you want to be a moderator. And you can too eat cake. So let's go on with our first reaction. We got some shit going on with some of these sisters that's showing just how interesting they are out in the world. I will say that.
Okay, bitch, I don't play with no hoes. Bitch, I got felonies too, bitch. I got felonies too, bitch. Well, get your charges up, bitch.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss the episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. One of the most frustrating things about the Black community, specifically Black women, is the fact that we act like we don't know what we do. We don't know why people think what they think about us. And it's always this comment about insinuating that when you call out this behavior, like myself in particular, you're making other groups of people think we're this or think we're that, as if they don't already think it and see it for themselves. Like, that's what blows my mind. Like, we're pretending like white people would not know anything about what we do if a content creator didn't call it out. It's like, did you not post it for the world to see? Did you not walk outside for the world to see? So because I bring it to the internet on my platform, I am now making white people think that Black women are a certain type of way when we're doing it to ourselves, which I always say, we are doing it to ourselves. So I'm going to share this clip with y'all. And I'm going to let you know up front that it is very loud, ghetto, and just a mess. But I want to share this for a point. I want y'all to try to listen to your best of your ability, and we're going to come back and talk about it.
You want to pull up? Just pull up. You gonna pull up? You gonna pull up? Oh, okay then. Bitch, you ain't pull up. Anyway, Soraya, like I said, I was gonna text you personally because there's a lot of police shit going on. I don't know what type of shit everybody got going on. And I said I was gonna text you personally, so it won't be so much police shit. Okay, anyway, how do I get in touch with you? Wait, Pop.
I think the worst thing that ever happened with our society is giving any and anybody access to phones, these baby computers that we hold in our hands that a lot of us can keep our heads out of, even while we walking down the street. I think the worst thing that ever happened in this society to this day was given easier access to devices to be on social media. This wasn't a thing 30, 40 years ago. Only certain people that had a certain status was able to obtain certain technology, whereas we can interact like we sitting right next to each other. The crazy thing is now you got so many people out here that is striving to go viral, whether it's good or bad, striving to put out whatever issues and problems and have all these other discussions that really show you the dysfunction in our community. A lot of these content creators are not here to fellowship and to educate and to help have a better understanding or help change certain mindsets and behaviors. A lot of it is just to keep perpetuating bullshit and drama and trauma. This right here is already going off the rails, and I'm getting back to it late, so I'm trying to figure out what this is all about. But I already know that this is on some bullshit right now. So let's see what this is all about.
I ain't catching no motherfucking misdemeanor charges about no motherfucking baby daddy hoe, bitch. I go to jail for felonies, bitch.
Okay,
Ho,
bitch,
I don't play with no hoe.
Bitch, I got felonies too, bitch. I got felonies too, bitch.
Well, get your charges up, bitch.
I got
Get the
felonies
charges up,
too,
bitch.
bitch.
About
felonies,
You ain't
nobody,
scaring nobody, bitch.
You ain't scaring nobody, bitch.
Bitch, we don't want to talk to police ass right now.
You ain't scaring nobody because you dirty with a felony, bitch.
That's the point of having a bitch.
Nobody because you dirty with a felony.
You don't get caught, hoe. You don't get caught, hoe.
You ain't scaring nobody, bitch. You ain't scaring nobody, bitch.
Police ass, how the fuck you got so many motherfucking charges and you keep going to jail, bitch? The point of the charges, bitch, not to get caught.
And what's so slow about this exchange right here, right? Obviously, the person that's on the screen, this must be their social media page, whether it's TikTok or Twitch or YouTube, whatever the fuck it is. And you're allowing this stuff to go on your platform, and you're not doing anything but sitting there doing what a lot of ratchet bitches do and just watch the bullshit unfold. Instead of being a mediator, instead of being a person on the outside looking in, trying to help conflict resolve, you're just sitting there letting the bullshit go on. A lot of motherfuckers out here in our community think it's a fucking flex having cases on your head, having a criminal record. Y'all think that's a flex in the street. And really it's not. It's showing the lack of intelligence. It shows the lack of IQ that you have. And it's also showing that you with the smoke. You with that shit. You with all the shit. And instead of working things out in a more intellectual manner, you rather get on social media and act your shoe size. And then you wonder why other groups of people in the country look at us as a collective in our communities the way they look at us. Because a large percentage and majority of the shit that we put out here as a culture, if y'all want to call it that, is negative. It's toxic. It's off the rails. It's out of control. It's OC. But yeah, we're gonna see what it's all about.
This what the shit Nicole was on. Them big bright ass bitches trying to think they can talk to people crazy. That's American. Bitch ain't light skin. Bitch I'm brown skin.
I don't play with no motherfucking jits, hoe. Fuck wrong with you, bitch? Bitch, pull up.
Right now, just with the wording that I'm hearing, obviously somebody is jealous because one person looks a certain way and another person is looking a certain way. And, you know, I thought the sisterhood was real in the world, in the Western world. I thought the sisterhood, regardless of race, color, creed, and whatever your preference is, I thought the sisterhood was all good. I guess it ain't always good in the hood. Well, we all know that shit because this is shit like this is probably the shit that eventually happened with Ramika Meeks and Holly, so to speak. And we're gonna touch on that a little bit later in this live stream because I got some new information about that case. Like I said, we got a lot of shit to talk about tonight. So we're gonna strap in and enjoy what we got going on right now.
Baby daddy in your jit, hoe. fuck wrong with you, bitch? I'll smack the fuck out you like you one of my kids.
Bitch, I'm not Brittany, bitch. Pull up.
I don't give a fuck about you, big fat ass Brittany, bitch. Hoe.
You still
What's
chatting.
wrong with you? We don't want to talk to your police ass bitch. Take them thin ass motherfucking guns out your head, cheap ass hoe.
Are you pulling up or you gonna keep talking? Are you gonna pull up? Are you pulling up?
Bitch, if you come into Mississippi, bitch, if you ain't coming to Mississippi, hoe, we gonna get out there in the middle of the road with no motherfucking shoes on, bitch, and we ain't got nothing to talk about, hoe. Get your pussy ass up, bitch.
If you ain't pulling up, bitch. You one of them bitches that run your mouth like
motherfucking news reporter ass bitch.
So, long story short, a group of Black women were on live on TikTok. You saw the host of it. Hundreds of women were watching it. There's multiple on top of multiples of screen recordings of this particular live. With this whole TikTok drama happening, and the two women were literally two Black women, young Black women with children, yelling and cursing and threatening one another about some like drama, TikTok drama, but that has unfortunately led to real life problems for people. But this is just a matter of like clout chasing. But the sad part is that we sit online and we do a live like this. You're on live, hosting a live like this, where you got Black women arguing and comparing who has more felonies. And I don't go to jail for misdemeanors. I go to jail for felonies. Like, this is the reality of what we do as Black women. And again, hundreds of Black women were in that live, commenting, screen recording, talking about it after, loving it. Even the host, she just sitting there laughing, doing her, like, not trying to stop.
What I just say, that bitch that was hosting the whole live stream wasn't trying to conflict resolve. She was with the shits too. Why? Exactly what you said, Big Mike. A bunch of uneducated, ignorant women, low IQ. They got kids. They ain't married. They not no wives. So 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, they're living off some kind of government assistance. Quite sure housing, EBT, some sort of child support, all that shit. And this is what the modern women has turned into. These modern women will come out here, spend all this money from other people's hard work, because a lot of them are not putting in the work themselves to look a certain way, following up behind these entertainers, this machine that has really been designed for some decades now to really bring our culture down. Yeah, she was with the shit. This the kind of shit bitches like them like. They like this kind of drama, man. And then when somebody get popped off, when somebody get deleted, when someone loses their life, oh, they was a good person. Oh, they were so sweet. Oh, woo, woo, woo. And I hate to say it, just like with the whole shit with the Ramika Meeks and Carlos and Holly and all them, you're going to find out a little later in this video, that was a clear case of a man dealing with one female that likes to move a certain kind of way, got with another female that likes to move a certain kind of way. They all got together in some kind of way, and somewhere down the road, this one had a child, that one popped off with a child. They were one big, happy, cohesive sister, wife, husband, half-ass polygamous relationship that went to shit. That's what the fuck happened. Everybody was fucking everybody. and the shit went bad. That's why I be wondering about a lot of you sisters out here in the world, especially us blacks, our black sisters. If you talking about they about that life, y'all always about that life until it's really time to be about that life. And y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. So many of y'all be posting on the internet, yeah, why cheat when we can fuck her together? All this shit that y'all talk. Y'all talk a good game until that man finds something that is willing to deal with your motherfucking ass as well. Then you get in your feelings. Oh man, why you spending more time with her? You supposed to be spending it with me. Why is it that you hit it from the back with her? We ain't did this and I don't know how long. Why you? It's always something. The one thing that I do know about you ladies love your attention, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're made to have attention towards you, but it's also up to you to establish what kind of attention that you want. Hell no, I missed that one. Hell no, you can't fix stupid. Show the fuck can't. This is the one thing that be making so many sisters in our community look bad. When y'all go on social media running off at the mouth, emotional, irate, and cutting the fucking rug, acting like y'all so tough. I done seen it. I done had it around me at one point. I'll even be the one to admit that maybe some of the bullshit that I did in my past initiated it. I can admit that. I'm not perfect. Clout has been bigger than Molly's. Clout has been bigger than heroin. Clout is definitely been shitting on weed. Clout is shitting on liquor. Wheatley's, that shit will make you pee pee. Anyway, inside joke. That Wheatley's is trash. Don't drink that shit. That shit. If you want to remove paint, if you want to like degrease your engine to your car, get you some Wheatley's. I'm trying to tell you, that shit'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? But clout's a heavy drug, man. And ever since they made it so easily accessed. See, I remember back in the day, like 20 something years ago, when if you had a BlackBerry, you was the shit. You know what I'm saying? If you had a Nextel, you was the shit. If you had a Razor, you was the shit. But the one thing that was different about those in particular devices that it is now, it wasn't as high powered as these iPhones, these Androids, these iPads, laptops. Everybody didn't have a laptop 20 years ago. Motherfuckers wasn't fucking with laptops back in the early and mid 90s, the early 2000s. Them bitches was stupid expensive. And really, them kind of devices you use for other things, not social media. But now they done dumb this shit down to the point where everybody can have like a superpower fucking computer in your fucking pocket, even though y'all don't fucking keep them in y'all pocket because y'all walk around the world with them, hoping you don't get hit by a car. You know, 200, man, back when that shit was crazy fucking price. Back when we had you had to pay such and such per minute until 9 o'clock, and then you had 3 minutes. On my phones back in the day, I wasn't talking to you. Your texting was free. I will say that. Texting back in the day was free. I think that was the beginning of how we are now in society, where everyone wants to text everybody. Because back in them days, that was the only thing that we can do that didn't fuck up our bill. And then after 9 o'clock, now we can talk for free, talk all night, and shoot the shit to 6 in the morning, whatever the fuck time it was when the shit cut off. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy out there.
Stop it at all. Like, so if you got a live like this happening for hundreds of millions of people to see, if they wanted to watch, what does that say about Black women? What does this say about us? How does this make us look that we are sitting online comparing felonies? I got felonies too. Is that the flex? Is the flex comparing who has more felonies? Whose felony is greater? Who could do what to who? Like, this woman just lost her life. I cannot think of the state. It was between two women who had a child by a man. They both shared the same, baby daddy, and one woman allegedly killed the other one. Like, this stuff is serious. They were Black women getting into beefs and all the stuff that, again, this beef stuff, and we pulling up on people, and we doing this, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Just very violent nature and aggression that is just being displayed. And again, we continue to just feed the stereotype of Black women.
And like she just said, she just brought up what I was already talking about with the whole Ramika Meeks thing. That's what she just referred to with that situation. Two Black women dealing with the same man, and it ended bad. But what a lot of y'all don't realize the behind the scenes, because I don't know what it is. And I'm not going to just like point this out with women here in Chicago. That's something that's going on from state to state in our communities. And I hate to say it, but ladies, understand that y'all got certain wants, y'all got certain needs and shit like that. But all y'all that claim y'all buy, all y'all that claim that I don't fuck with men and women, a lot of y'all don't know how to handle dealing with that dynamic. So many women I've been seeing online over the course of years talk about how they wouldn't mind, having a poly relationship and this, that, and third. No, y'all don't. No, y'all not. The one thing that I can say that a lot of sisters in our community, you would do that. You would do the woman on woman thing. Leave a nigga alone. Y'all done popped off like 3-4 babies with some motherfuckers and shit. That shit didn't work out. The man done pissed you off, or the men done pissed you off so much that now y'all want to go strictly, Skittle Crew. And then that shit don't work out. I done seen plenty videos of women being in these domestic violence situations with another woman. A woman trying to walk around being like a man, stud. Back in the day, we called them bull daggers. It just is what it is. Don't get offended. It's just what you was called back in the day. A woman that want to walk and talk and act and dress and present themselves like a male. Yeah, you were considered back in the day bull daggers. It's just that now we have to be politically correct because of the leftist agenda, because of the Democrats, because of what they put out there, because they've been in power for so long. and laid this whole foundation of dysfunction amongst us as a people. But a lot of you sisters, y'all not about that life. Y'all are not about that life. And I said, as long as the day is long, my wife will fucking tell you. I've said this shit plenty times. You about that life until it's time to be about that life. And I'm going to tell you, this whole Ramika shit, that bullshit right there, they were all fucking around with each other. But somewhere down the line, one felt a certain kind of way. Because what you ladies need to understand, if you want to deal in that dynamic of a relationship where you're accepting the fact that the man that you're dealing with is dealing with you and other women, really in reality, unless all y'all have a complete understanding. Because see, that's why it was a little different back in ancient times, because the king had a queen. Then he had concubines and servants, so to speak. Those women knew their place. They knew their role. Just like back in the day when you talk about how grandma, Mima, and all them, how they was living their life, how y'all want to live the kind of lifestyle that your great grandma and your grandma and them all dealt with and shit like that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because Mima knew that Paw had Bessie across the bridge. Mima knew that Paw had Bertha around the corner. Mima knew that Paw had Betty in another state. But the difference is what they did and how y'all moving. Them side bitches knew their place. They knew the worst thing you can do is fuck up that man's house. Because one, he was going to beat the shit out your ass and cut you off. You know, that was back in the day when the whole domestic violence thing wasn't so prevalent as it is now. You know, Paw will put the brakes on a bitch that tried to fuck up his house. Mima knew Paw had these situations going on, but the bills stayed paid. Food was still in the house. Wasn't nobody knocking on y'all door talking about y'all ain't paid rent in this many months and y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. Kids were taken care of. It was not the line and yeah, exactly. The spirit of Ike Turner and motherfucking FOMO motherfucking crackers. I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mississippi crackers. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. They knew not to come over to that fucking house. They knew, hey, look, Paw was gonna see you when the fuck he saw you. It was a different mindset with the ladies of that time. But you ladies, y'all think y'all can get to that level? You can't. And then some of y'all want to say, well, they were oppressed. We was in different situations. We was in a different life. Yeah, they was. Because the feminist movement didn't fuck up the damn community like how it is now. The feminist movement didn't put in you ladies' heads, y'all don't need no man. Some of y'all going around getting turned out with lesbian seagull getting played in the background and shit. That motherfucker sitting up there talking about, oh, did he hurt you? Oh my God, I would never hurt you. Next thing you know,
Behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
she done did a lick and a twirl with a flick and then turned your punk ass out. Now you don't know what to do with yourself. Now you hate men. Oh, I hate him. Trust me, our people back in the day had problems, but they didn't have this shit right here. This so-called motherfucking social media. We just had telephones, house phones. And don't think it wasn't a situation where a bitch called the house because they couldn't take it no more. I'm mad as hell and I can't take it no more. And want to blow up the fucking tip. Oh, is John in? Yeah, John's here. Who's this? This Betty. Who the fuck is this? Who's Betty? Oh, well, you know. I'm Betty. Can you put John on the phone? Now you done blew up this man's house. Now this woman looking at this man like, I already know you doing this shit, but man, like they all say, don't bring no motherfucking outside kids. Don't bring no public embarrassment. And that's the real thing. I can attest to that. It's not cool, man. Brothers, as much as we want to straddle certain fences and deal with what we deal with, you got to know what you're getting yourself involved in. The below average nigga can't deal with this kind of shit that Paul and Mima and them was dealing with. Especially if you living from pillar to post and you sleeping on your cousin's couch. Just keep it 100. Don't think that you can have a harem of motherfucking women and you making $300 a week. It ain't gonna happen, brother. Step your game up, man. But I'm not promoting that, so that's not what that's about. But what I'm saying is how these women are moving out here now. It's crazy. So let's continue with this, and then we're gonna come home and we got a show. So definitely tune in, grab y'all shit.
We continue to give it all that it needs to continue to grow and grow and grow. And the crazy part about it is, as I always have said, these older women are detrimental to the young community because they are the ones, for not all, but many of them, who love to see young Black girls destroy one another because they're not happy with themselves. And I'm going to show you the clip. We're going to come back and talk about it.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get this shit straight. Shrimp and motherfucking Despapino. What the fuck went on this motherfucking live? I'm seeing screenshots all over my goddamn FYP. What the fuck was I at? What the fuck happened? God damn, y'all know goddamn well I'm supposed to be the first one to do commentary on this shit. Why ain't nobody tag me so I can see the motherfucking line? What the fuck is really going on? And who the fuck is all these other motherfucking people that got involved? This shit done got real sticky motherfucking icky. But I knew some shit wasn't right in motherfucking milk when that motherfucker went back to jail. What the fuck done happened? But anyway, that's all besides the point. I really don't want to know what the fuck happened because I don't want the motherfucker even saying my motherfucking name no more. But every motherfucking time you do that shit, and shit come back to bite you in your motherfucking ass, friend. Every fucking time you try to help some motherfucking body, that shit come back to bite you in your fucking ass. Every time. Said that shit the last time with the other fucking girl that was in your fucking apartment, friend. Come on now. Yeah, as you can see, you can't help every motherfucking body. When y'all made amends, goddamn it, that's probably all you should have fucking did. Just left it as fucking amends. Left that shit alone.
Auntie, grandmom, you mad you missed it. You're mad you missed that. You wanted to witness that happen. You see what I'm talking about? Like, you got the older women talking like this. The older women who are supposed to be telling us to do different, to be better.
It's the older women that's fucking up these young ones. It's these older hags that's past their prime. Don't nobody want them no more. They got ran through, see through, done up, and now they bitter and mad. They looking at the younger generation of sisters that got it going on, whether it's their bodies, their looks, whatever. So they want to poison them with their trauma. That's why, hence, the name of this video in this live stream is the trauma that makes modern women toxic. It's a prime example.
To not be fighting with each other, to not be showing ourselves in this very classist manner. No, they are also engaging in the same behavior. They want to egg it on. They like the drama too. So again, where do we as young Black women, where do we go? Who's teaching us? Who's the foundation? That you're mad you missed the live and nobody didn't call you and tell you. And you as an old ass lady, you make your platform based on drama between Black women or adding yourself into drama as an older Black woman. But again, we act like, oh, I don't know why people think this about us. That's not who we are. If y'all stop calling this stuff out, then nobody would care about us. Come on, let's stop being delusional and let's stop acting like we are not what they say we are. Unfortunately, that this is what we do. And we don't care where we do it. If it's on social media, if it's in public, we don't care. We don't care. We have no shame. We have no shame whatsoever when it comes to how we make ourselves look. As individuals and as a collective group, we don't care. All we care about is trying to make sure that people don't play with us. Want to make sure that they know we want people to fear us. We that's what we care about. Our ego is so big that you don't care about the way that you make yourself look. And again, these women have children, and you online arguing with a stranger states and states away from you. Because you don't want to be played with. You don't want to be disrespected. All you have to do was get off the live. That's all you got to do. But no, we like this. We love this. We enjoy it. And we love to put on the show. And they put on the show. And the girls love it. They love it. And they will continue to
because a lot of women, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it, don't know how to shut the fuck up. A lot of modern women don't like it when they feel like they being one-upped from another woman or a man, for even definitely not from a man, but from a woman. Oh, y'all not having it. Y'all going all in. Y'all are going face first, feet last, fist, all kind of shit. Y'all going in like motherfucking Roku and fucking goddamn Goku and all the motherfuckers from goddamn Dragon Ball Z on their ass. Yeah, this is definitely why we are laughing stocks. Look at how we move, but look at what we listen to. Look at what we support. Do we support things of higher intelligence as a community, as a whole? Do we support music, for that matter, that really has a positive message, a positive energy, a positive spirit. Look at what happens at every fucking party that a lot of us have out here in our communities. Listen to the music that's being played and look at the outcome that happens at the end of the night. There's always chaos, bullshit, mayhem, fights, sometimes deletions because of what the fuck we listen to, what we keep programming or what was programmed to us because y'all don't want to take the time out to listen to nothing else. I just saw a post that Nico posted that's still a part of the club world the other day as far as about how all these old school DJs used to be in the club world, in the circle I used to be a part of, but they're not a part of it no more because one, y'all don't want to pay for quality, and two, y'all want to go the cheap route and get these bum ass DJs that be DJing y'all parties right now. And I said that shit right the fuck now. If you ain't a part of my crew, your ass is weak. You ain't shit. Sorry. Shout out to FOE DJs.
You're rocking with FOE DJs. What the shit?
If you ain't in my crew, you ain't shit. Sorry. If you don't know how to fucking articulate a party, sorry. If you don't know how to understand that back when I came up in life, going to parties, DJs played what the fuck they wanted you to hear, not what the fuck you requested them to play. That's a real DJ. You want to hear what you want to hear, stay your punk ass at home and play that shit on your own. You go to a party, you're going to hear some shit that you might not have never heard of, and they might have put you on. That's how I learned how to appreciate a lot of different music. Going to places that played things that I wasn't familiar with. But see, y'all so stuck in this little fucking Rubik's Cube of a fucking brain, y'all don't understand that kind of time. And that's why y'all parties always end up the same kind of way, end up in the same kind of madness, end up in the same kind of situation because y'all listen to the same bullshit every day. Same bullshit. It's crazy. It is crazy. Shout out to that sister that put that out there. I got another one that's gonna really blow your mind. And this is where a lot of us modern sisters are and how they think. Brothers, I know it might sound good to you right now. I know what you're gonna witness right now and how she talking. It might make you think on a drunk nigga night. But you gotta be mindful of how you moving too, brothers. If you don't give women like them this kind of energy and time, they ain't got nowhere to go. Unless they just gonna be doing some lesbian seagull shit and just smacking on each other, carpet munching and fucking scissoring each other, like what the fuck, and bringing out fake dildos and, you know, roses and petunias and I know you like petunias. Yeah, you know, it's gonna come out. They're gonna come out with a petunia one for y'all asses. Y'all fucking y'all selves up with this shit. But I want y'all to listen to this sister. This sister, wild, like straight demon time, like for real, for real.
And don't let the pigtails or the glasses or the braces or the voice fool you. I am an evil, evil, evil woman. A trifling bitch, honestly. A succubus in the flesh. I will
cuss out your mama, slap your auntie, and then finger your sister. Trust me, I've done it before. I'm the type of bitch you can't put nothing past. And yes, Fat Ma grips tighter than one of those Chinese finger toys being vacuum sealed. And yes, Big Moose gets wetter than the earth when it rained for those 40 days and 40 nights.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare reference the Bible. You demon.
And yes, my throat is a bottomless cave that gives the tip a squeeze with each stroke, like a starving snake swallowing its last meal. But I promise you, none of that is worth the financial ruins I will leave you in, nor the mental gymnastics you're going to have to do on a daily just to survive over here. Honestly, truly, for your safety and mine, it's best if you just leave me alone.
So we've all just seen that video. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, what are we looking at here? Is it a demon? Probably is a demon. Well, a demon's not going to just tell you, hey, I'm a demon. Stay away from me. That's not how demons operate. Even though that was my first instinct. So, how did
I know that shit came in hot. I know you was like, what the fuck? But this is the shit we talking about. And like my man was saying, you know, she's claiming she a demon and she on that kind of shit and on that kind of time. And guess what'll happen? Some dirt dick nigga is gonna listen to that shit and say fuck it. I wanna see what the fuck that do. And fuck up your life. She basically just told you, bro, especially if you got a little change on you, you know, you rolling a little bit, you shining a little bit, man, she will piss you the fuck off, yo. That one is not the one that you find love in all the right places. You ain't looking for love in all the wrong places. You looking for nub in all the right spaces. Wooking for nub in my motherfucking buckwheat voice. Wooking for nub in all the wrong places. Wooking for nub. Definitely. She will fuck your life up, piss you off. Talk about what you gonna do to my family, my mama? Oh, hell the fuck no, bitch. But guess what? A dirt dick nigga gonna be like, you know what, man, I can tame her. I can handle it. No, bruh. She admitted in her own mouth she a succubus. You don't want to fuck with that. Leave that bitch up exactly what she told you. Leave her the fuck alone. She gonna drain your bank account. She gonna fuck up your car. She gonna bust the windows in that motherfucker. She gonna bust the windows in your crib. That's the kind of bitch you never let know where the fuck you stay. Don't ever, never. You say never. I said it twice, motherfucker. Don't ever let her meet your family. Nothing. I'm an orphan. Tell them. If you just want to fuck with that kind of bitch just on some other shit, brothers, man, look, I'm an orphan. And what you see is what you get. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna fuck with you or not. But this bitch is wild. But this is the demon time that a lot of our modern women be on. Shit's crazy, man. Yeah, what the fuck? That's just crazy.
How did she become like this? And I went through her page, and boy, oh boy.
When I was a little girl, my grandpa used to beat me so bad that I would have to run and hide under the kitchen tables from him during his drunken rampages. And every chance my grandpa got, he would always remind me that I wasn't shit and I wouldn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and that I was going to be just like my mother. And the thing about my grandpa was he'd be so mean and so hateful, and then he'd be so nice.
Hold on. She explaining that you gonna be just like your mother, and that's his daughter, that's kind of fucked up in a sense, because that's his daughter who he was referring to. Obviously, whoever the mama is whoever it was, and that man did what he did to get with the mama to make your motherfucking punk ass. Well, not necessarily, because that's a granddaddy. So he got with his woman, made your mama, and your mama did what she did to make your punk ass. You see where I'm going here with this shit? What did grandpa do? Grandpa fucked up. That's what grandpa did. Grandpa fucked up with the woman that he fucked around with to make their daughter your mama. And however y'all was living, your mama fucked around with whatever nigga she was fucking with to spawn your ass. Because I don't see this as being a birth. This is a spawn right here. This is a demon child. This is probably one of them badass kids that needed to get her ass whooped every fucking 5 minutes because she couldn't sit still, wouldn't behave, wouldn't listen, didn't want to fucking do what she needed to do in school, all kind of shit. But somehow she managed to get some kind of credence of her life. She's sitting behind a car. I'm assuming this is hers. So she got some kind of common sense to the point that she can maintain something, but how she talking is reckless as shit.
He'd treat me like trash and tell me all these things, and then he'd turn around and buy my favorite candy bar. He'd turn around and buy me a new game. He'd turn around and buy me a toy. And I told myself I would never, ever, ever end up with a man like my grandfather. The funny thing about trauma, the more you run from it, the more you run into it. And I ended up marrying a man just like my grandfather, a man that every chance he got, he abused, belittled, degraded me. But then he turned around and buy me a new purse. He buy me a new car. I get a new diamond ring. I get a nice necklace. I'd be lying if I say I didn't feel like a failure. Like, I do. I feel like I failed. I feel like I fucked up. I feel like I've repeated the same mistakes. Like, I'm aware of it now, but I don't know how to fix it. Like,
Well, what's fucked up is that you admitted that you have certain skills, you have certain attributes on a lower level of energy. Not saying that, being a sexual person is a lower level, but the fact that you highlight that as your best attributes is a lower level. Being that when you started off this video, you talked about all the nasty freak body shit that you can do instead of talking about the type of person that you could be, the type of woman that you could be, the type of mother that you could be, the type of wife that you could be, the type of helpmeet that you could be. You didn't say none of that shit. You got right with the nitty gritty of the end of a date. And I know a lot of people always say, well, you know what date stands for. Yeah, dick at the end. Am I lying? Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are tuning in late and you are new. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. You are here at the Black Bottom Broadcast. We're here to learn tonight. We're here to learn what trauma is really doing that makes these modern women toxic? We're gonna learn tonight. We're gonna learn tonight. You know, I'm just saying, I'm not keeping it 100. Keeping it 100. I am not the kind of content creator that's going to gloss over shit, whether it's men or women. Even though I'm a male advocate person, I'm not a red pill, not a blue pill, not a black pill, pink, none of that shit. I advocate for the men. These are things, brothers, that I want, especially you young brothers, what I want you to witness and want you to see so that you don't run across this. Sisters, I want to bring this out so y'all can really start calling these bitches out. We gotta hit this shit from both fronts. You know, a lot of them think when we talk about it, we're misogynist, we hate women, we hate our mama, we gay, all this shit. When we talk about case studies like this is a case study. This ain't a situation. This is a case study. This is a mental situation. This is a dilemma right now that's going on every day in our community. I guarantee you might run across 5 other girls that talk and act just like this one in your community. You've probably seen them. They probably your cousin. They might be your sister. They might be your mother. They might be your daughter. They might be your co-worker. But I'm quite sure you sisters have been around a woman just like her that needs guidance, that needs help, that needs another way of thinking. If I'm lying, I'm frying.
I don't know. I'm sorry this FaceTime wasn't as fun.
I actually remember reacting to one of her stories. And if I'm not mistaken, this woman has been through a lot. Like 10 million times more than the average person. I'm just talking about straight abuse. And I remember saying in the video the fact that she's just a functioning human being is a win. Because the shit that she been through, a lot of people wouldn't have made it. And I remember watching, because I used to watch a lot of crime documentaries and stuff back in the days when I was a teenager. And they said one of the biggest signs of a woman who's been abused as a child is their voice. Their voice gets stuck in that childlike state. This isn't a demon. This is just a woman who has been through a lot.
I want people to really ask themselves, what disturbs your spirit so much about the idea of a child also being a sexual being? What disturbs your spirit so much about the idea of a child watching a consensual act? What meaning are you attaching to that act?
Now this
right here is interesting that my man P's World put that out there, because I actually reacted to that in particular clip on a couple of my live streams a few weeks back, a couple weeks back at least. That's a whole man right there. That has some sort of situation going on with themselves and want to live however they living, however he living. That's a whole man. Yeah, you might have not thought about it, thought it was that because of how he was talking and the aesthetics as far as what it was looking like. It probably looked like an overweight lady, but no, that's a whole nigga. And this is what he thinking. This is the degeneracy that's plaguing our communities now. And y'all think this shit's sweet, and it's not. The rapture is coming, y'all. And as much as y'all don't want to admit it, it's coming hard. Because people are losing their minds with this social media shit. They're not utilizing this in the right way. They're not. And that's probably why my channel has not blowed up the way it has, where it needs to blow up. I done did countless videos on this platform. I'm slow dripping with my support, and it's okay. Everything worth having ain't gonna happen overnight. That woman's gonna meet her match. Maybe. Or that nigga that fuck with her gonna meet his match. Because she's something else. She already done told you how she moves. You want that smoke? You willing to take on that L? You might, because how she was talking. She was talking real slick shit. But you really want that problem? You really want them problems? Like, think about it. Do you really want them problems? Maybe on a drunk nigga night, but man, all right. Okay, niggas. Y'all brothers better be careful with that one.
This is a demon. What's so bad about a child being a sexual being? Everything. Someone check his computer. Someone check his computer, because you know what I'm saying? She probably got some shit going on that ain't supposed to be going on.
I'm going to tell you why the club scene is over.
Tell us.
The club scene is over because men want to be women. And when I say men want to be women, they want to cut the line.
Yep.
They want to go in with the promoter.
Yep.
They don't want to buy their drinks. They don't want to buy their bottle.
Nope.
They put on their best fit.
Yep.
To impress other men.
Boo.
They're at this club to see this performer, to get a video that they were there, and then talk about it for months that they know this performer.
God forbid men go outside and support their favorite artists. Did you notice that everything she just named had nothing to do with being a woman and just had to do with pretty privilege? Have y'all noticed lately that when women's pretty privilege doesn't work, they start to have a mental breakdown, and then they say, oh my God, how come the men can do it? My fault my homie's a promoter at the club and can get me in for free. My fault my homie's not going to make me stand outside because that's what the homies do. My fault my homie's going to make sure we get a bottle for free and your table doesn't get it, and now you have to pay because my homie is smart enough to know that you're just using your pretty looks to get over on him. The best part is, didn't y'all just say how dangerous the club is? So why are you worried about men and what we got going on if we not bothering you?
It feels like the more men dismantle.
And I ain't gonna lie, I've done that in my past. When I had it like that in my younger years, when I just wanted to just be out there like that. Story time, y'all. Let's bring it in a little bit. I remember back in my early 20s when I was living out in Hazelcrest. And I was working and also I was hustling. Yeah, I can say it now because I'm so far removed from that lifestyle. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We say you can't live without they can't live without social media. That social media is a new parent looking at that parent look what's going on. They live and talk about motherfuckers talking about each other, and they even got each other snubbed. Yeah, of course. It's all fucked up. I'm gonna tell you a little story about, just to expand on what he was just talking about and what brother was talking about on that clip, right? I remember back in my early 20s when I was living out in Hazelcrest, and I was hustling and I was doing, the job thing to try to mask, because back in the old days, real hustlers, had to try to mask what they were doing. Had to have other kind of fronts. You didn't want to be standing on no corners. And I wasn't standing on no corners when I was hustling. I had 5 motherfuckers that did business with me because I had access to, you know, the marijuanas, and I had a lot of it. They used to call me Baby Nino back in the day. That's how much I used to have. Since so many of you niggas out there in the streets think I was a lame ass motherfucker, I was far from it. I just didn't show you what the fuck I was on. Because at that time, I've been in, out that shit long time ago. I used to go to clubs when we had it like that, when we just wanted to kick it and parlay and, you know, with me and my brothers and, you know, my crew and shit like that. And just splurge. Yeah, did we buy bottles at the motherfucking club? Yeah, the fuck we did. But the women that was seeing what we were doing, we wasn't buying bottles for them. We'll offer them a drink. Oh, you want to hang around because you seeing how we living, how we dressing, how we shining, the money that you seeing coming out of our pocket, and you want to see and, you know, and draw up to that. Oh yeah, you get a drink or two. That's about it. You want to hang out later, and I can see how you move, and you can see how my bros move. It is what it is. But we wasn't checking a bag on no hoes in the clubs back in the early 90s. We wasn't spending all our money on y'all. We don't know you. So if you really want to kick it with us, you had to show us that you was trying to kick it with us. Some did, some didn't. But hell no, we wasn't buying bottles for no random ass bitch. Fuck about here, man. You a sucker to do some shit like that. They gonna look at you, thank you, give you a little flirty, you know, touch here and there. No, fuck all that. You a sucker doing that bullshit. When we did entertain, we entertained the way we needed to entertain. Either you was going or you wasn't. 10 times out of 10, they was going. How we were moving. I don't know how you young bucks out here moving like it out with this shit now. Y'all doing it. Y'all done fucked up the game with that shit. Me and my buddies back in the day during the freak meet used to go out there 10, 20 deep and shut the fucking clubs down. And it wasn't just a fuck around and spend money. If they was going in, they was going later. But that's just a story for, you know, my younger years. But anyway, that was just my story time. Sorry about that.
Traditionally patriarchal ideas, roles, they get shamed for it. And it's like these specific types of women are trying to shame the men back into those roles. Men want to be humans. Men want to watch their favorite artists. Oh, that means men must want to be women. We must just be there to serve you. All we are there for is to ensure that you get for free and you get drinks, and we are just servers. Kick rocks. Kick rocks.
I'm getting divorced for the 3rd time. Let's talk about it. You're allowed to change your mind, and you're allowed to grow, and you're allowed to evolve. After my first 2 divorces, I did the work. I got to know myself. I healed. I forgave myself. I learned how to love and respect myself, how to meet my own needs and to set boundaries and to raise my standards. That work led me to marrying an amazing man. Our relationship was healthy. I will be forever grateful. But we realized that there were incompatibilities we couldn't fix. Instead of forcing something that no longer fit, we made the decision to walk away with our friendship still intact. This has been the most peaceful, stress-free ending that I have ever experienced. Last weekend, my family and I scattered my stepdad's ashes. We shared stories and we laughed about memories. And you know what no one mentioned? His divorces, his breakups, his failed relationships, because those things are not what define us. It is not what people remember. At the end of the day, we are all just fucking dust. Knowing that gives me the courage to walk away from anything that no longer aligns with who I am.
Well, first off, bitch, you done had 3 marriages that failed. Why? Why does a person get married to divorce, get married, divorce, get married again, and divorce, and now you're going to go on social media to try to justify this shit, to try to say that, oh, you learned something? You should have learned from the first time. All right, maybe the first time you was young and inexperienced. All right, we'll give you that pass. And you got married again the second time. All right, that didn't work. Now you got married the third time. And looking at how she looks, she don't look like she's too old. She could be probably in her 40s, maybe. Maybe her late 30s. So from the time whenever you got, because she never explained when she first got married how old she was. She could have got married at 20. And by the time she's 35 talking about this shit. So that's 15 years. 3 different men. I'm just hypothetically saying this. I don't know for sure because I don't know who this person is. I'm only going by this reaction. This is my first time reacting to it. This is my first time even putting this on. Like, we're watching this together. Understand, a lot of these videos that I put out here for us to react to and to fellowship with, these are first timers that I just happen to see a certain title and I'm like, okay, this can kind of go along with what I'm talking about for the night. So I'm gonna put this on. Like, what are we talking about here? So it ain't just the Black community that's having dysfunction in the world. It's the modern society of this country that's dealing with dysfunction in the world. So if anybody think that I'm just solely, jumping down the necks of our sisters, yeah, I am. But you're not the only ones. There are other influences out here in this world, in this country, in our society that's helping with the dysfunction as well.
Even when it's hard, even when people don't understand, and when they call me selfish. Here is my truth. I know who I am, and I like who I am. I don't live my life for other people's approval. I would rather be alone than in the wrong relationship. I don't need anyone. I stand on my own 2 feet. That is a powerful place to be. So here's to growth and self-respect and to living in alignment, to always choosing yourself. If you want to release that guilt and raise your standards and step fully into the woman that you are becoming, my course, The New Woman Within, was designed for you. It's the roadmap for rediscovering your strength and rebuilding your confidence. You know where to.
What the hell? Not you saying a course, ma'am. What are you saying a course about? How to be a specialist in failure? If that was the course you were selling, how to be a specialist in failure, that would go platinum because that is what you are. Okay? There's no problem in walking away from relationships that don't serve you. There's no problem with choosing yourself. There is a problem when you've had 3 marriages and 3 divorces, though. How the hell do you get married for the third time, and then the reason for you getting divorced is because you realize you had incompatibilities. What the hell? Wouldn't you have figured that out before you got married for the third time? It seems like you haven't done any work on yourself. It seems like you're just the same person, because there's no way that you're on your third marriage and that's the reason why it ends. Not cheating, not infidelity. Surely, in your first 2 marriages, you would have seen some incompatibilities. And you would have gone.
But a lot of times women get bored over time. A lot of women get jumped out of these relationships because I understand it's an old saying. How you got the woman is the same way how you keep with that woman. Okay, I can get that to a certain degree. But when you spend a lot of time with each other, right, and you get into a certain comfort zone and you really see how this person moves, how this person reacts, how this person engages, how this person lives their everyday life, we have a choice to either accept it or reject it. A lot of times, a lot of us accept it, but it's with a cost. We accept it because we're comfortable with certain attributes of our mate, but we tend to ignore the other attributes. Maybe they're not very good at communicating. Maybe they're not very good at expressing their emotions. Maybe they're not very good at handling conflicts. Maybe they're not very good at paying bills. Maybe they're not very good at saving money. Maybe they're not very good at interacting with others productively. Maybe they're not good at just being a good person. But sometimes we might take some of these attributes and gloss over some and harp on others instead of really sitting down and talking with each other and having a more critical understanding of each other. That happens in a lot of relationships. A lot of relationships end, especially in our community, because of the lack of communication. Okay. A lot of it happens because of the lack of communication. And we got to do better, y'all. We got to stop letting these outside influences derail what you feel in your own spirit and your own heart, right? All right, we're going to gloss over that right now. We're going to get into some Chicago shit, what's going on. I know a lot of y'all saw what happened over the weekend with, the protesters and, ICE that's here in Chicago, trying to crack down on these illegal migrants and the shit that went down. We all saw what went down this past weekend, with with protesters, testing these ICE agents, and these are government officials, and a lot of them was getting their ass handed to them. They say that 3 people got arrested, but it might have been more. They're just not in the media talking about that shit. It should have been a lot more than them 3, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's some new shit that just happened, and I just caught wind of this earlier today. So this is our first time we're gonna We're going to talk about what's going on out here in Chicago for those that's here in the Midwest. And shout out to Chicago. Love my city. I just hate how this politics and how these motherfuckers is moving out here in our great city. But a man, Charles Forte, he spoke about it, and he not even from here. And this is crazy how we got content creators in other states that catch wind on what we doing here at home, and they're reacting to it. So this is a thing that's going on. Y'all are not local. A lot of the shit that we're doing here is fucking worldwide.
After weeks of tension between protesters and ICE agents in the city of Chicago, tension that escalated to the point where agents had to use pepper balls and tear gas just to move in and out of the facility, new security measures are now in place. And with those measures, the protests that once believed they could actually shut down operations have all been but squashed. ICE has cracked down, and the message is clear. They're done playing games. And so let's go ahead and jump into this first video right now, okay, where they're discussing 16 people were arrested. They actually interview one of the guys who was arrested and held for several hours, as well as the new security measures put in place in order to prevent protesters from obstructing agents from doing their job. So let's check this out.
And this morning, we're hearing from protesters who were arrested outside the ICE facility in Broadview.
Yeah, ICE agents say at least 16 people were taken into custody during clashes with federal agents. But now elected officials are speaking out, and we're also hearing directly from ICE with more details. Darius Johnson live in Broadview with what both sides are saying and how ICE is responding. Good morning, Darius.
Hey there, ladies. Good Tuesday morning to the both of you. Things look a lot different here in Broadview this morning. First off, the street where the ICE processing facility is now blocked by Broadview police. They are making us park on a different side at this point without access to the facility or in front of the facility, as we've been for the last several weeks since this facility has been here. If you take a look down the street, you can now see that there is a tall wired fence that is now surrounding the building that is blocking off access to get to it. Any agents, it's unclear if those agents will be able to drive through or if they have to kind of show ID and then walk in. You see a couple of photographers walking through.
In other words, they got tired of y'all shit. Y'all got too close and y'all got too much in y'all motherfucking feelings for whatever reasons y'all want to do it. So now they done set barriers for y'all to be at a distance. Y'all not gonna stop what the fuck they doing, because guess what? Y'all can't stop it. Y'all don't run the government. Y'all don't pay these people's payrolls. You sure don't control the law enforcement. Deal with what you need to deal with this. I understand some people, y'all get so politically involved in this shit, and you are glossing over the fact that since these migrants have been in our region, crime has jacked up. Certain benefits that some of y'all was benefiting from, y'all not getting it like how y'all used to, and they are getting over like a fat rat on y'all ass, and they don't respect you. So we got a whole clan of motherfucking newbies in our midst that don't give two shits about who the fuck y'all are. And y'all want to sit there and protect them? And they're looking at y'all like y'all some dumbass motherfuckers. Real fucking talk. Like, really. Half of them don't even try to learn the language of this country. They could be talking in front of you and talking about how they gonna fuck you up right in your face, and you wouldn't even know it because half of us don't know their language. But hey, it is what it is.
Through here, there are two sole protesters right there at the gate right now, one of them with a loudspeaker. Some of the protesters we spoke to say they were held here for hours, denied basic necessities, then hit with serious charges. Cell phone video captured the arrest of Rogelio Huerta of Berwyn. He showed us his black eye, a result of which he says happened behind the gate of the ICE processing facility. Huerta says he was packed in a small room with dozens of detainees and left without basic necessities. 6 hours later, he was released with a federal citation for assaulting an officer.
They refused me a phone call. They refused food. They refused any kind of essentials that I needed. So if I needed a cover or a blanket, they didn't even have anything for me.
Late yesterday, ICE fired back, calling protesters rioters and defending their actions. Officials say detainees are transferred to other facilities after processing and called allegations about the inside conditions false. The agency also accused protesters of throwing rocks, fireworks, slashing tires, and endangering officers and the immigrants inside. Back out here live, meanwhile, a coalition.
I mean, we saw some of the video that happened this past Friday. You know, I live close to that area. I don't live in that area, but yeah, I live in the western suburbs of Illinois. So I was well aware of what was going on in our community because I don't live in Chicago no more. I'm done with you motherfuckers out there in Chicago. Y'all don't want to do right. Y'all want to have a bum ass fucker as y'all fucking mayor. Y'all want to have a bum ass motherfucker as y'all goddamn governor. They don't give two shits about y'all, but is racking up millions in their pockets personally. Don't care about the communities as a whole. Only select a few. Their whole agenda is to keep these motherfuckers in this damn city for their vote because of what they're doing for them. Jagging off this money. Hell, Chicago is in debt. They're not in the black. They are seriously in the red. Our school systems is shit in the city. Black children are not learning education properly. Black children don't have nothing to do but to hang out in the streets and get involved in street culture. Black children and other children in certain poverty-stricken areas is not living the best life. This is what they want, yeah. And Brandon as a mayor, so they got what they want. Yeah. But are y'all happy? I know you're not. There's organizations that's out there right now in the city. You know, Chicago flips red. In a minute, Chicago's going to flip Republican, conservative minded. And I'm not saying that everything conservative as far as in the Republican Party is 100%, you know, all good, but I will say that they're not trying to live this kind of bullshit. They understand that the dollar is important to the families. They understand that if you want to come here, we're not stopping you. Because I have conservative mindset. I have a conservative mindset. I'm not claiming any of these parties. Because if any party should have been right there along with it, it should have been a Black Panther Party. Because they was trying to start their own political party amongst the Republicans and the Democrats. But you niggas and everyone else shitted on it. And a lot of our brothers and sisters died behind it. So thank yourselves for fucking up an opportunity for back in the 60s here in Chicago when we was really trying to be progressive, but in a positive way amongst us as a community. Y'all fucked it up. Okay? Let me say this again. You Negroes, you coloreds here in the city of Chicago, fucked up not supporting our brothers and sisters that was progressive in the 60s before King got assassinated to really galvanize our own political party when the Black Panthers was alive and well. And y'all helped fuck it up. Yeah, they should be happy. But you know how colors are. You know how black people are. We ain't never happy. Our community, this community had an opportunity to establish a political party in the embrace of this human race in this country to help and benefit us as a culture. Because in history, the Democrats and the Republicans don't really have our back. Did the Republicans be the first voice to abolish slavery? Yeah. It was for political expediency. It was for a political gain. It was for monetary reasons. It wasn't for morality. Let's just keep it 100. When it was intelligent and smart and beautiful black brothers and sisters that was willing to risk their life, just like how them motherfuckers risked their lives to establish this country and carve out their wealth in this country, we had brothers and sisters that was willing to do the same. And a lot of us turned our backs on our own people then. Now look where we at. We are more advanced than where we was 50 years ago, but less advanced in how we support each other. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a smack in the nun fucking head? But I'm done with my rant. Let me go on with this.
Coalition of 47 elected officials is pushing back, calling the federal response heavy-handed when protesters, journalists, and family members were hit with tear gas and pepper balls over the weekend. We're live in Berwyn this morning outside the ICE processing facility. I'm Darius Johnson, CBS News, Chicago.
All right, Darius, thank you.
God forbid that he had to go 6 hours without eating food or a blanket, all because he thought he could prevent federal agents from doing their job by entering and exiting the facility freely. I mean, what did these people think would happen when you're trying to prevent federal employees from doing their job? There will be consequences for your actions. And so now he's upset because he was detained for his actions. What did he expect? That they would treat him as if he was staying at a Holiday Inn Express that serves complimentary breakfast between 6 and 9 a.m.? Now, here's the thing about a lot of these activists, where there are some people out there who believe that they are just paid protesters. They're to incite confusion and chaos. And so they don't come from the communities most affected by illegal immigration. They don't live in those neighborhoods where schools are already underfunded, where resources are already stretched thin, and where families feel the real impact. And that's a point that Fox News made a point to highlight. Let's check it out.
In the past hour, protesters were seen gathering outside an Immigration and Customs Enforcement processing facility just outside of Chicago. DHS has been conducting its Operation Midway Blitz in that state of Illinois, and federal agents deployed tear gas and non-lethal munitions at that crowd. ICE reportedly taking one of those protesters into custody. Apparently, that person tried to block a van from leaving the facility. Charles, I interviewed the deputy director at ICE, and one of the things she talked about was just the threat against them because of this sort of thing, that they have to take this so much more seriously than they ever have because of the rhetoric on the left that has put them in peril potentially from people who might come out. Because otherwise, I mean, you can protest, But that's their main concern. It's up 1,000% those attacks on ICE officers.
There's this physical intimidation and the demonization and them having to resort to wearing facial covers. It's just really, it's so hard to believe. And Chicago of all places, think about, just in the last couple of years, what we saw were, waves and waves of illegal immigrants pushing up rents, crowding out schools that already didn't have enough teachers per student, taking resources, where the poorest people in Chicago ended up having more desperate lives. And you're protecting this, you're willing to go and put yourself in harm's way. I mean, they're performing a lawful duty, and to interfere with that is just absolutely mind-boggling in my opinion. And
think about what he just fucking said, man. Y'all were willing to lessen the resources of your own children and families to protect a group of people that don't fucking speak your language, a group of people that don't respect you as a human, a group of people that is willing to take what you worked for, take over your neighborhoods, and y'all are good with that? Y'all are really good with that. How toxic is that? As long as, you know what, the one thing that pisses me off about us black folk in this country, y'all will support everybody's holiday, everybody's parade. Y'all motherfuckers walk around talking about, yeah, I'm Black Irish, Cinco de Mayo. Y'all want to celebrate that shit. Whatever the fuck other shit that goes on. But you niggas in February be quiet as shit when it's Black History Month. Y'all half-ass make noise for Juneteenth. You show no real love for your culture, for your history. Exactly. They will do every fucking thing out here when any other fucking other group has a celebration or a parade or a holiday. Y'all celebrate that shit till the cows come home. But Black History, y'all bitches quiet as hell. I remember some years back when Facebook wasn't so fucked up as far as what it is now, with how they got the shit now. And every day or every other day, I would post something, supporting Black history, whether it was taught in school or not, because I learned more knowledge of who we was as a people outside of school than when it was when I came up in school. When I grew up, we had Black History Week when I was in grade school, when I was my daughter's age, in 1st and 5th grade. We had Black History Week. It wasn't until a little later down the road that they fucked around and turned it into Black History Month. They didn't have Marcus Garvey in the Black History. They sure didn't have Malcolm X in our Black history. They didn't talk about Fred Hampton. They ain't talk about Stokely Carmichael. They ain't talk about the Black Panther Party. They ain't talk about the Roebuck and Sears Roebuck, who was Black, that had that fucking organization that all of us used to shop at back in the day. Hell, they didn't even talk about Madam C.J. Walker. You know, the first black woman millionaire. You know, we made a lot of history. They didn't talk about Rosewood. They didn't talk about Black Wall Street. But this is what we do about it with each other. We go all in on a group of people that don't give a fuck about you. And you wonder why they laugh at our culture.
It's just really amazing, and a lot of credit
And
to
it's
ICE
against the law.
for more things. Nothing bad has happened yet, and yet these folks are pushing the envelope as far as you can push it.
You know what's so interesting too? They're changing their landscape of politics there with Chicago Go Red. We saw that in the last election. It's like they're eating their own, if you will. They're pushing against ICE, but at the same time, they're making more people say, on the Republican side of the aisle, they get this right. We're safer when they're doing their jobs.
I would also say if you look at the people that go out to protest these things, now, I don't know what their life story is. I don't know the shoes that they walk in. But by looking at a lot of the protests that we see, whether it's anti-ICE, anti-law enforcement, pro-Palestine, Queers for Palestine, anti-conservative, anti-Charlie Kirk, they all fit, a certain aesthetic. And it's not the people, to your point, Charles, that are underserved in their communities, that are wondering why illegal immigrants are taking up the entire budget, right? That are taking away their services and their community programs. Those aren't the people that are out there protesting. Those people are at work. Those people are making a living, right? By the looks of a lot of these people, it looks like a lot of younger, college age or older white people, maybe older white people, that's who are showing up to this. And you got to wonder, do you have a stake in this? Because a lot of the people in these communities, they want the worst of the worst to be out of them. And they also don't want their city budget to go to taking care of people who shouldn't be in this country in the first place because they came into it illegally. So a lot of these protesters, I would say, what are you looking to accomplish? And who are you fighting for exactly?
The subplot to all of this is anarchy, really.
Yeah.
And I think there's a really, beneath the surface, a real big rise, because it never goes away. But this sort of anarchy, anti-West, anti-America thing, that's what's driving them. That's what galvanizing them. But they're going to push the envelope too far, I think.
So that really drives the point home. These people that are shouting the loudest at these protests aren't the ones who have to live with the consequences day to day. They're not the families in these underfunded neighborhoods watching resources get stretched thinner and thinner. They're not the ones who send their kids to already overcrowded schools. And the truth is, a lot of these activists don't want solutions. They feed off the chaos and the anarchy. That's what the broadcast pointed out. And it's clear in how they operate. Thrive in disruption, not stability, because disorder gives them a stage. But the communities they claim to speak for don't benefit from chaos. They're the ones who pay the price when schools are overcrowded and resources dry up. At the end of the day, ICE's crackdown and these new security measures weren't about silencing free speech. They were about restoring order and making sure federal operations can't be shut down by people who feed off disruption but never face the cost. That's the reality check here. And when you've got a mayor who's basically taken the side of the protesters, denouncing ICE and the job that they've been tasked to do within his own city, it speaks to a bigger issue. It's not just Chicago. It's a mindset we see on the national level inside the Democratic Party, especially in cities they control. And that same mindset shows up again. Here's Jasmine Crockett saying, just because you commit a crime doesn't mean you're a criminal.
I understood what was kind of pushing them there. And so I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That
All right, and guess what? That bitch don't need to be in politics ever the fuck again. It's been countless clips of how ratchet she is in Congress. She don't even hold back how she moved in her position. She took that shit and ran with it like motherfucking Jesse Owens and fucking Nazi Germany back in the 30s. Didn't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck about the collective in our communities. She don't live in the hood. She ain't got her children going to public schools that have low funding and very low resources to teach her children. Everything she got, and she had the money to deal with it, and got the nerve and the audacity. See, this is what's fucked up about a lot of us in our community, us coloreds, us Negroes, us black folk, us niggas. We ain't used to having shit, and when we have it and we obtain it, a lot of us don't know how to fucking maintain it, keep it, cultivate it, and build from it. We fuck it up. You wasn't taught financial literacy. You wasn't taught how to have generational wealth, as so many of our fucking people online always want to talk about. Oh, yeah, we're going to get generational wealth. How? How are you going to have generational wealth when you don't teach your people how to generate wealth? Oh, you might have lucked up and got it, but how long you going to keep it? It's easy to get something. It's hard to maintain it. That takes work. That takes some effort. That takes some level of education, some kind of intelligence. Y'all, so a lot of y'all be talking shit and don't know what the fuck you talking about.
That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset. Committing a crime can come for a lot of different reasons.
And that's exactly the problem. When you've got leaders saying things like, just because you commit a crime doesn't mean you're a criminal, it sends a signal that accountability is negotiable. Pair that with the mayor who openly sides with protesters and denounces ICE. And you've created a culture where law enforcement is treated as the enemy, not the safeguard. But reality doesn't bend to that narrative. ICE had to crack down, install new security, and make sure federal operation couldn't be obstructed anymore. That's the reality check. You can play politics with the language, but at some point, the law reasserts itself. It's almost like if you leave it up to them, they'd expect you to accept everyone into this country, no matter what they've done, no matter how violent they are. And that mindset isn't just theory. It shows up in real cases. Thanks to the federal...
Exactly. How many of these so-called migrants have been caught up in murder? How many of these so-called migrants have been caught up in drugs, gangs, taking over abandoned buildings, and the government at hand don't even fucking stop them? They know these motherfuckers has taken over a whole fucking abandoned building complex, and they're allowing them to stay there and giving them benefits behind it. So basically, y'all gave them free housing. Brothers and sisters that do that shit here call squatters. What do y'all call them? What do y'all call these migrants that have took over a whole abandoned apartment building complex and set up shop and getting utilities and other shit up in there because of government funding that was from the last administration? What do y'all call that? That's a different level of squatting. That is a whole different level of squatting. But I just had to like do a little intermission behind what we had going on with what we talking about. Now, we're going to break down some other shit that's happening in Chicago with this whole Ramika Meek shit. And this is what I'm telling you. Ramika and Holly, they had Dylans on top of sharing the same man. So check this out. Hold on. Check this out. This is Ramika and Holly at Better Times. Okay? They had relations. This is not what the news or Ramika's family want to admit went on.
Hey, yo.
Most likely to kill someone.
Highly scary.
Most likely to get arrested.
Highly scary.
Who pulls the most?
She pulled the most triggers.
Who's the most emotional?
Highly scary.
Who's the loudest?
Holly. I got my CCL.
Who's the craziest?
Holly.
Who's the most mature?
So the fuck ain't Holly.
Who has better style?
Not Holly. She be wearing Ramika clothes.
Who's more casual?
So ain't Holly.
Who's the biggest hoe?
Cause she's a freak. We know that part. We know that part. Ramika says she's a freak. This your boy Big Keys against the world. She like threesomes and shit. What Ramika say about Holly? However, we not here for that. I want to get some facts out the way. This your boy Big Keys against the world. And as y'all can see, all fingers point to Holly Johnson, aka Quadesia, aka that bitch, that crazy bitch. What you say, Day Day? I mean, what Craig and Uncle Elroy said? What they say? Hey, Daddy, that crazy bitch out there again. What's she doing? So we got Holly, y'all. But I would like to get into some things that happened yesterday. I said I went down to the police station. I'm hearing a lot of speculation. I'm hearing a lot of chatter. One of my supporters sent me a message and said, and the viewers are saying that you are lying. There is no way you went to the police station and got all that paperwork you posted. The same day, you have to put in for that information through a FOIA or something. But also look at your comments. You got some people in there turning your views by putting stuff in your comments as well. Somebody named Blessing something is trying to eat you up in the comments. Listen, they're going to need a bigger plate on Big Keys. You got to do a lot of eating to eat Big Keys up. However, why would I have to lie on Holly Scary, a.k.a. Holly Shooter, not Glory Hallelujah? We got demonic Holly Shooter over here. Why would I have to go down here and lie on these people? I don't know. But let me break down something right quick, right? As you can see, I told y'all the screenshot. 3510 South Michigan. That's where this came from. If I would have got this off the computer, if I would have went to another police station or something, it would not have said 3510 South Michigan. It's going to say wherever you get the printout at. Plus, the police report was not even done at 3510 South Michigan. Ramika died in District 1. Their police station is on like 18th Street, 16th Street or some shit. 16th and State, right? Down the street from where it happened at. However, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it say 3510 South Michigan. Now, when you go get this information, you have to pay 50 cents. Depends on how much you got. I got 50 cents worth of information. That's why I got 50 cents in my goddamn hand. I gave him $1. I gave him a stale-ass dollar type shit, right? So that's why I got 50 cents. I went down to the police station, right? Now, for those people that were saying, how did you get all the information in one day? I didn't. I told y'all that yesterday. That's why all this is black. What the fuck? Blacker than me, right? This is redacted information, right? Now, for those of y'all that's going to say, well, where's the information then? If it's redacted, you still supposed to get the FOIA to get the information. That's what I said I did. This is my thing. For the FOIA, I just blocked out my information, right? The lady told me to put on there to get the information. I have to put, I want the unredacted.
So understand, people, you want information after the fact of what you hear out here in these streets, what the media wants to promote, what your government wants to put out there. You being a taxpaying citizen have every right to go to your local police station or any of the police stations that's in the district of whatever situation happens, you pay a little money, you can get this information in the FOIA report. Freedom of Information Act. You can request a FOIA for anything that happens and that goes on in your community. A FOIA, I'll say it again, Freedom of Information Act, FOIA. That's what that is. Depending on what you spend, dictates the information that you get. You want a lot of information, you're going to spend a little money, a decent amount of change. You want a little information, you're going to spend a little bit of change. But you have the right to get any information that you need for whatever situation that goes on in your community. Don't get it twisted. You have that right. All you got to do is be having a valid driver's license or state ID and this, that, and the third, and have whatever monies that you want to spend. When you ask how much of this information I can obtain, they'll tell you, well, you can get such and such for this amount. Oh, okay. If you're willing to jag that off for blunts, backwoods, Hennessy, Douce, and all that other bullshit that y'all spend y'all money on, Jordans, shit like that, spend that money to get information on things that y'all question, since you question it so much. And then once you get that information, what are you going to do with it? You're going to build on it? You're going to question it? You're going to debate it, combat it, or you're going to accept it? I'm telling you this right now. This picture right here that my man's seeing, and this is shout out to Keys News Network. He's from Chicago. Subscribe to his channel and tell him that the Black Bottom Roscast sent you, and tell him to subscribe to me too, because I'm reacting to everything that I come across my desk. If it's in alignment with what I need to do as far as bring out my own information. So if anybody knows of Keys News Network, let them know that the Black Bottom Broadcast is also, commenting on what he got going on.
Redacted report. That's my handwriting. Unredacted report. Right? Now I know what y'all saying. You could have printed that out last night. That ain't shit. You still don't know shit. Yes, I do. Look, this is the number. Call this number. Chicago Police Department. Information of the Freedom of Information. 312-745. I think it's backwards on my side. Type shit. So it's 312-745-5308. They got the email address. Screenshot that and flip it around, man. In a couple days, we will have all the information, not just a bit of it, or not the bits and the pieces, not the bits and pieces. We're gonna have all the information, right? Also, I want to go here on this one. A lot of people were saying, of course, it's gonna say murder. Of course, it's gonna say it was a homicide murder. No, the only murder is not homicide murder for one, right? However, I want to point out to the fact that on this paperwork for Ramika's death, it's ruled as first degree. This was letting y'all know that the case is being investigated. Is ruled as first degree murder, 0110. Now that plays a big part in this situation, because first degree murder means, let me read it from the facts, right? I don't want y'all to think I'm just saying shit, right? Cool. First degree murder, that's intentional or knowingly killing of another person or causing death during the commission of a forcible felony This is the most serious homicide offense. If Holly was committing self-defense, right, they wouldn't just all rip say first-degree murder. Now, Chicago don't have a code for self-defense or that type of like defending yourself murders, so they have to still put it under murder. But to put it under first-degree murder, that means Holly intentionally shot her. If it was second-degree murder, which it was supposed to be, right? When it would otherwise be, it only would be first-degree murder with the reasons we just said. But for second-degree murder, you're acting under sudden, intense passion from serious provocation or an unreasonable but genuine belief that deadly force was justified. What remix it? Second degree murder is what? For example, acting under sudden, intense passion from serious provocation. That'll be Romika.
We've heard conflicting stories about that day at hand. We heard on one side that Romika dropped her son off and the ex and Holly came afterwards. They had words. This, that, and third happened. Romika met her end. Then we've heard other accounts that it was the baby daddy and Holly that dropped the son off, and Romika came on the ass end of it, and altercations happened. The same result happened. I understand that the family of Romika want to in the news wanted to make her to be presented as a certain kind of person. I understand it because that's their family. That's her family. They love her. The mama birthed her. Actually, what's so crazy that the mama reminded me of a person who I used to be affiliated with in the club world. That's just what she would probably look like at the mama age, but that's another story for another time. So I ain't about to piss nobody off, but I'm quite sure some of y'all get what I'm saying. If you really know what I'm talking about, if you know my history in the circles that I was in back in the day. That's all I'm gonna say. That badass weed that mama had on, that shit was trifling. And there are some women out here that like to have that kind of hairstyle, but it does not fit y'all. Y'all need to stop doing that shit. Let your hair grow. Stop letting your edges fall to the wayside. Just do better about yourself. Have a better diet. I don't know what to say to y'all. I'm just keeping it 100, and we're here at the Black Bottom. But anyway, these two had a much deeper dealings than what y'all really know about. Eventually, if I decide to even keep talking about this story, I might bring it out. But anybody that's out and about, that's been out there, that know them personally, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I ain't gotta be around to know that this was some we sharing dick type shit. Just keep it 100. A lot of you sisters in the hood sharing the same dick. 80% of the ladies that's in a community sharing dick with 20% of the men in your community. Look it up. You can Google it. You got women that got 5 motherfucking kids by 4 different niggas. And them 4 niggas that they dealing with that had kids from got 4, 5 or more kids by other bitches. Y'all love sharing dick. Fuck it. Just, I mean, if you're really about that life, be about that life, man. Don't be fucking half-assed. Because this is what the fuck y'all really doing. Y'all doing it for the benefits. Y'all not doing it for the culture. I'm just keeping 100. You ain't doing it for the culture. You're doing it for the benefits.
Mika pulling up. She gets shot. That was an intense passion from provocation. Cool. Or an unreasonable but genuine belief that deadly force was justified. That's when Carlos had her in the full Nelson and he let her go. And maybe Holly felt she was going to jump on her. But however, the police didn't say it was second-degree murder. They said first-degree murder. That means she was shot intentionally. You're fucking crazy. Don't ever say I'm lying on shit. Ever. I'm running around here with 50 cents in my damn pocket now. But getting this damn police report and the freedom and the FOIA information coming soon. Right? This shit crazy. This your boy Big Keys. Keys against the world. Also, y'all see, we found this clip of Holly. We got more clips of Holly. We got clips of Holly family. Public clips. We just not going in these people's personal lives. But we know some things now. They got till Friday. I'm all.
But as much as he's talking about how he got clips of Holly, there's talks of Ramika as well. So it ain't just one side that was just diabolical. Both these hoes was diabolical. Let's just keep it 100. The victim was the motherfucker that got caught the fuck up. If it would have been the other way around, what would we be saying? If Holly would have been the victim and Ramika would have been the victor, what would we be saying? The same shit. The same fucking shit, man. I get what my man's saying. Everybody wants to demonize Holly. I get it. I get that. I understand that. But it takes two to tango. It takes two to play. And in their situation, it took three of them. And somewhere down the line, one felt that they deserved more than the other. And this is what ultimately happened. This is why I keep saying to you bitches, stop saying y'all about that life. Y'all not about that life, man. Y'all, some of y'all that might be totally twisted might not care to watch your man fuck another bitch. But in reality, y'all give a fuck. You give a fuck if another female get more attention from your man than you. Just keep it 100. All you liquored assholes that wanna y'all stop fucking with niggas, y'all wanna fuck with bitches, y'all do the same shit with that shit too. The majority of the domestic violence that happens with girl-on-girl relationships always is because it's one girl, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, it's the girl that got kids already from a man. You thinking they about to fuck with you solo dolo and they still fucking with dick. And then you be ready to beat these hoes' ass. Ready to beat their ass up. Sorry, ladies, you are not a man. You will never be a man. I don't give a fuck how fucking studdish y'all want to get. Never. Let's go to this. This is what we came for. This whole Cardi B bullshit. How ratchet she is. And this is the queen bee right now in society of dysfunction and ratchetness. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons.
This Cardi B situation is truly a testament to how delusional many women really are. This lady has jumped from the frying pan into the fire. And there are women online talking about some, yes, girl, you showed him. Yes, girl, level up. Level up to what? This dude worse than the last. Like, y'all will help each other over a cliff. This is ridiculous.
Yes, they will definitely help each other off a cliff. It's wild how so many women will hype up chaos as if it's empowerment, celebrating dysfunction, calling it leveling up, when in reality it's just poor decision-making dressed up as empowerment or independence. Replacing one problematic relationship with an even worse one is not growth. It's a cycle, but because it's wrapped in designer clothes and drama, people cheer it on. Accountability is considered hate, and foolishness is praised as freedom. Listen, the glamorization of destruction has got to stop. Being pregnant by another man while still married is not a flex. It's messy. It's disgusting. This woman is a catch-all, a human Kleenex. We're talking about a walking specimen cup. And it's really disgusting that y'all can't stop yourselves or at least have better management of your own reproductive organs. You do not have to make a baby with every man you get into a situationship with. That's crazy.
Why do y'all feel like every single relationship that you get in means you need to have another child? Why don't you chill, date, vibe, see if this is a good person? Relationship to relationship is a new baby. Are you okay? You need to slow down. You need to calm down. Like seeing Cardi B pregnant by Stephon Diggs, I was really hoping that it was not true. When everybody was saying it, I was just like, please, girl, be bloated. Because why? Why? That man has like 4 new babies already that are like, I think they're under 1. They're under 1. And he has other older kids. It's like you went from the frying pan into the fire. You could have just stayed with the cheating husband. Like, this is really a mess. I'm really like disappointed. And y'all can say all you want. Oh, you have money, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Being a mother is still a lot. Especially you still have to grow and birth this child and then raise them. 4 kids. You've lost the plot. You lost me.
I'm so scared for Cardi B, y'all, because every time I see Stephon Diggs, all I can think about is that video of the interviewer asking all of his teammates, who on the team would you least like to date your sister? And every last one of them said him.
And you got people actually saying that she was better off with a cheating husband than running over to Stephon Diggs. Stephon is even worse than the cheating husband. Then she's married, calling him her boyfriend. Meanwhile, this man has never once claimed her as a woman he's taken seriously. Where she really lost support from a lot of women who used to cape for her is that cheating husband narrative had her sick.
The only reason why he ain't saying shit is that she makes more money than him net worth wise. Y'all ladies think that this is a flex because she fucked around. It didn't work out for the 8 years that she was with Offset, even though they got 3 kids together. It worked out to some point because he kept pumping and dumping in her ass, and she kept taking it. Regardless of what the fuck she said about that man. And then after the fact, because she knew that she was about to latch on to Stephon Diggs, posted on the internet, I don't have no ill will for Offset. It is what it is, blah, 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 blah. After all that shit that she said about that man. If you don't believe me, look that shit up. It's public knowledge. She ain't got no more smoke for Offset. You want to know why? Because if she keep talking, Offset and his lawyers can snatch that bag from her punk ass. She is showing that she is not fit to be a mother. I hope y'all realize that shit, right? Oh no, she's just empowering herself. She just dealing with her hurt. Her friends told her she need to get outside. That's why she made that song and blah 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 blah. She get on Gayle King and look like a goddamn fool. And all you black bitches is capping for that hoe. Yeah, I know. She did an Offset, but she recanted after the fact. Because you know how Cardi B get down. She'll go on her motherfucking platform with all her little minions, her Cardi B'ers, and talk shit. She'll talk shit to them. And they accept it. They accept the fucking toxic abuse that she even does to her. And she does it to her own fans. It is clips after clips after clips at how she get down with her people. She don't respect none of you motherfuckers. None of y'all that support her, like to the utmost. She don't fuck with y'all like that. She just collecting a bag off you dummies. She's a true con artist. I'm sorry to say, most bitches that was well-known scribblers, I'll say scribblers, know how to fucking gank your money. All right, well, don't listen to me. Keep going on with the bullshit. We're going to see where Cardi B going to be at in the next 5 years. I ain't going to say she's going to lose it all because the industry loves to promote her dysfunction to you niggas. You know what's going to kill that shit? Stop supporting her. And I'm not trying to be a hater or say, oh, well, damn, Ross, the Black Bottom Ross cast, he's trying to stop another motherfucker's flow. No, I'm not going to do that. Hopefully, if you got enough common sense and compassion for family, really real family, you'll understand what the fuck I'm talking about. And you'll understand that this bitch ain't about family. She just popping off kids to get paid. If you listen to that fucking interview with fucking Gayle King, she was talking about, I need y'all to support my album so I can get Pampers, and from what I'm hearing, she pregnant with twins. So she ain't gonna have 4 kids. She gonna have 5. Get ready to rumble. You are going to witness a complete crash out. All I need for Offset to do is just lay back. All I need Stephon Diggs to do, because everybody knows Stephon is just a wild nigga. Keep doing you. He already got infants. Already. It's alleged that he already has a 3-month-old and a 5-month-old right now. Right now. In real time. Right now. And you about to have babies with this bitch? All of them. You're going to have 4 kids. But then whoever you did what you did with these other females and Cardi B, that's going to be a year or so apart from each other. And y'all think this shit is sweet. Y'all think this shit is cute. This is y'all champion. This is y'all queen. She's your queen to me. Face ass.
Sitting in the victim seat. But this whole situation with Stephon Diggs proves what's been obvious. Cardi's a mutt. She's always been a mutt. She's been roaming the streets like a New York sewer rat, sniffing trash. And she placed herself at the bottom of the barrel, which is how she ended up in all this mess to begin with. She took all of that because she knows who she really is. It's her own low self-worth. She really thought that's all she deserved. I mean, Cardi's admitted plenty of times she wasn't a good person. She didn't believe that she deserved good in life. She said this about herself to the open public. And what does somebody like that do? Self-sabotage. She creates dumb situations like the Stephon Diggs mess on purpose. It's not by mistake. The problem is too many people are acting like she's flexing, when in reality, she's just peacocking, showing the bird she really is.
You got to be a different type of delusional to actually think that Stephon Diggs is in love with Cardi B. A man that genuinely loves you would not allow you to go out here and publicly embarrass yourself the way that she is currently doing. He would be patient and intentional with his movement with you. This man is a known baby mama maker. He just likes the art of sex with attractive women and doesn't mind making a baby because he has the funds to do so. And y'all not gonna convince me that he's excited. He's one of those guys that just be like, damn, I done did too much. I just be doing. Now he done tied himself to some forever beef. Like, Offset is going to forever cause some drama when it comes to this shit. Like, you can guarantee that. And Stephon gonna get sick and tired of this. He gonna get sick and tired of Cardi B. She is a very exhausting person. She might be talented when it comes to music and beautiful.
I'm sorry, but it's sad how low the standards have been dropped for this girl. There's no talent here. Cardi can't rap. And it's amazing the people that actually can rap catch way more criticism for their ability than this woman that can't even do it.
She's exhausting as fuck. I promise you, Offset don't care as much as she think he do. Offset gonna leave whatever kids he got with the baby mamas and go live his life. She the one that gotta continue all these months of pregnancy and be the primary parent for that child. While Stephon Diggs go out and do what he wanna do. And I'm 9 times out of 10 sure that he's probably never gonna marry her and probably go out here and be hushing on somebody else. She just gonna have another dude to crash out online over. I promise you, any day now, Cardi B is gonna be screaming and crying about how he ain't no good. He's a baby mama maker. Like, calm the down. This is not Sierra and Russell. This is not that.
But yeah, I definitely agree that Stephon is a mutt too, and he's desperately trying to cover up his LGBT status by finding all these women to drop babies in all of a sudden. And of course, these birds, they're lining up to get their cut of his 3-year, $69 million contract. He don't want Cardi B? No. Then them other girls, they only want his seed so they can trade it in for cash down to the family court. Bottom line, these are all broken people creating broken households and single mothers, all of them just doing what's best for them or their own feelings, not caring at all about the children they make. That's who's stuck in the middle.
2 under 2 with 2 different fathers is bird behavior. I don't care how y'all try to slice it and dice it and whatever. I don't care how much money the mother have, how well you can take care of your kids. 2 kids under 2 years old with 2 different fathers. Right. It's never going to be cute. There's nothing cute about it. And let's not motherfucking forget, you're married. 2 under 2, 2 different baby fathers. The last baby father is not even your husband. And your husband's still asking for a DNA test. Right. And I'm all here for the bird, but let's not try to make it seem like it's admirable, like it's something to look up to. Like it's like, oh, well, when you rich, you could do whatever you want. Well, as long as you got enough money to pay for the nannies, as long as you got enough money to take care of it.
And guess what? For the most part, a lot of women try to get away with that shit. Story time, y'all. Let's pull it in a little bit. I know a lot of y'all that follow me, that really know me in real time, know what I've been dealing with for quite some time with an in particular bitch that was originally from Kankakee. that used to be a part of my organization that claimed that she didn't know that me and my wifey was together. Didn't know that me and my wife had children before, and shit like that. Wanted to put a baby on me when I come to find out that you didn't respect what the fuck I had going on because you had a whole nother nigga at your fucking baby shower talking about that was the baby daddy. But I didn't know when me and mine was going through our little, separation and our issues and things like that. I didn't know that she was out here wilding and foul. She's turned so many people against me because women is always the victim in relationships when it comes to men. It ain't never looked at whereas, let's look at it from both sides. Let's look at it from a perspective of maybe this broad was on something else. A lot of people didn't want to see it that way, right? So she went on, she put me on motherfucking the T app, all kind of fucking bullshit. Wanted to harass my girl, threaten my wife, talk about she was going to do physical harm to my children. And you think that heifer, that bitch, is going to have any good luck in her life? And all I asked for was a DNA, a Dana. I actually lost relations with family members behind this bitch. Which it is what it is because them family members ain't shit any goddamn way. So it is what it is. So they go on what they want to go on with. Because hell, when they was fucking up and coming and fucking still drinking milk and all this other bullshit, I was there for them motherfuckers. I looked out for them motherfuckers. I took care of them motherfuckers. I even housed them. I even housed these motherfuckers. But you want to believe a bitch off the street that's a ward of the state that got mental problems, that probably been used and abused all her life, and I feel bad for her. I seriously feel bad for her. If these things happen in your world, happen in your life, but because you have so much hatred, so much motherfucking animosity, so much motherfucking ineptment within yourself. Yeah, I said ineptment. I didn't came up with a word. I think I said it wrong, but it don't even fucking matter. You got so much fucking trauma in your fucking life. You want everybody to fucking suffer that ain't riding with your punk ass. You want everybody to feel your pain. That what you experienced in your life instead of healing yourself. You know, the worst thing the person can do in this world is to try to degrade and bring down another person publicly to make yourself look good. Do you think that works out well with people in the world? Honestly, do you really think that going out your way to try to get sheriffs to try to send papers that you have no idea where the fuck I'm at. You think you turning people that really had wasn't no good by me in my organization to think that was going to help you? Hell, them motherfuckers wasn't shit either. That's why they where they at. And you where you are. I heard you got ran out of Kankakee. Now you living back on the south side of Chicago. Damn, I ain't been around in the circle around your motherfucking punk ass in damn near 6 years. And I know more where the fuck you at than where the fuck you know where I'm at. For all those that's watching in the clouds. For all those that think that y'all really had it and thought y'all ran me up out of certain circles. No, I got tired of dealing with you niggas. I got tired of dealing with the drama. I got tired of being harassed. I got tired of having to deal with the everydays of my wife being harassed. No one talked about you and yours, but you had the audacity to say that you want to do harm to my babies. Said they wasn't even mine. You ain't shit, bitch. It's this trauma that you bitches deal with that makes you who the fuck y'all are. Get yourself some fucking mental health. Get yourself a clue. Stop thinking that all these niggas trampolining up in your pussy is going to validate you that you can't keep. Because one, you will never be a wife. All you will be is a nothing ass baby mother. All you ever will be is a person that is scarred. All you ever will be is who the fuck you are. Clip it, record it, send it, tell her about it. You're not even worth me saying your motherfucking name because I don't have to.
Two under two different fathers, and you're legally still married. Oh, let's not forget, and the new baby father is a bird. Oh my God. The new baby father worse than the last baby father, than a husband. It's poor management. If we it's not cute. It's poor management. And I expect better from that. Better from her.
I can't stand women like Cardi B that act like a man that you know ain't no good is all of a sudden is so great with them. Oh, my boyfriend, he wants to heal me and he wants the girl. That man just supposedly had a baby. Is it not true that he is in court documents right now saying he don't know for sure that he is somebody else's daddy that just had a baby in April 2025 when you were still pregnant? And you on TV acting like this man is so damn admirable. I'm tired of that. Stop glazing. Like, we even see you and this man on a boat passing out rugs all up on other women. That's what got you into trouble in the first place, thinking that you are so different than everybody else. You weren't different than all them damn women Offset had babies with, but you thought you were. Thought you were different because you were somebody's wife and not a baby mama. And now you back to being a baby mama. And now here it is. This man has a brand new baby. And do you care about the fact that he has another baby that he may not be claiming? Do you realize they keep on saying Cardi B and he's going to be the fourth child of Cardi B, but ain't nobody saying how many kids he has? You can't find anything to say this is going to be Stefan's third child, second child, fifth child, because no one knows. Because this man is out here playing games when it comes to admitting to his own children.
Yeah, the mental gymnastics they want everybody to tumble through to understand all this is crazy work. A lot of women are delusional, not just Cardi B. They can be with a whole bum. I mean, on every level you can think of. An entire dog. Super low value, but they will take that man and polish him up and pretend he's the best thing ever just so they look like they didn't take an L. You know, until they actually take the L and it's undeniable they can't hide it. See, that's when they come out telling everybody how horrible he was when they already knew that from the get-go. Like, y'all kill me with that. Yeah, he wasn't no good before. He already made baby mamas, single mothers before you. But your own delusion and narcissistic tendencies made you believe that somehow you're better than the other women and you won't have those same problems because you think you look better or think you got something they don't have. When none of that matters when you become sister wives with these other women. No matter how high above you think you are over that other woman, your connection to that same man, it just puts y'all at eye level. Yeah, once again, Cardi B made herself a part of a whole roster in the Serena Football League, but she's still trying to dress it up like she's a top recruit. I don't care how many millions Atlantic gave you, you're still low value. And yes, ladies, I don't know why nobody didn't tell y'all this, but choosing the wrong man can also lower your value. Attaching yourself for life to a bum is only going to make you a bum. No matter how much you try to shower and groom that bum street character is still going to show up. That goes for men and women. You attach yourself to a low life, they will ruin your life too. And ladies, stop thinking you're better just because it's your turn to groom the dog. He was a dog when he got with you, and having children with him won't change any of that.
Shout out for Pink Book Lessons for bringing that out into existence. Men and women. You deal with a bum, you deal with the bum's behavior, you cater to that bum, you ain't no better. Men and women. We need to be more mindful of our peace, our space, our mentals, and our life. I know a lot of us have made mistakes out here in the world. I know a lot of us have made bad decisions, but that does not dictate who you are as a person. Some of us got bigger hearts than others. Some of us really try to give people the benefit of the fucking doubt. But when they show you who they are, please believe them. And you as an individual, if you know in your own life that you're not moving the way that you're needing to move, you need to look yourself into the mirror as well and figure it out. I know sometimes it's hard to figure that out sometimes. I know sometimes you might think that everybody's coming down on you. Maybe sometimes you might feel that you're a victim and can't nothing right come about you. But as long as you have faith in the Most High, as long as you believe in a higher power, as long as you believe that you can be the best version of yourself, you can get out of that mindset. Don't ever think that what a person says who you are justifies you. It's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. I'll say it again. It's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. In my Umar voice for the third time. It's not what they call you, it's what they answer. It's what you answer to. Well, bruh, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Yeah, you may think it's cute to sit up with him and complain about his ex while he's painting this picture to you that she's the worst thing ever. Nah, that's just trying to play with your mind and help you develop a level of superiority. When in reality, that same woman he's complaining about, he'll go back to her when he's done with you. And some of them are so dirty, they'll go back with her while he's with you. Same for the women. If she's so obsessed with her ex, saying he's this or that, you better be careful, especially if she's got kids with them. They love going back to their baby daddies. They do it all the time. They could be in new relationships, new marriages. They still go back. How do you think Cardi B and Offset just had a baby 1 year ago, and she's halfway through another pregnancy by another man? Y'all have to remember, the door is always open for his baby mama. The door is always open for her baby daddy. It could be 30 years later. Kids could be grown. They will still have a connection with that first man or that first woman. It's not going away, and the kids and their offspring, that's the proof. And let me tell you, when you sign up for that, that's going to be on you. That's nobody else's fault. You can't run around thinking he'll never or she'll never because I'm better than her or better than him. No, that's what they put in your head to throw you off so you never get hooked to the game they're both running on you. Because while Cardi is sitting back thinking she's better than all these girls, they're all just laughing at her. They're thinking she's the biggest fool for ending up down there with them. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this mess below. Gotta send a shout out to our brother Dark Power. I appreciate.
What y'all think about that, y'all? That's y'all queen, right? That's who's leading a lot of you modern sisters into this culture of dysfunction. Y'all can be outside. Y'all can stay outside. Fuck your baby daddy. Fuck your man that you had kids with. If he ain't treating you right, I can show him and get out there and get with another man that shows me a lot more attention than what the fuck you showing me for whatever fucking reason. And then you get popped off with him and think he gonna save you. You think Stephon Diggs is gonna save Cardi B? Y'all really think that that man with his track record and his history is gonna save that woman? Like Pink Book Lesson said, any given time, later down the road, if Offset wanna hit, guess what's gonna happen? He gonna hit. You know, already got 3 kids by this woman. But she's so fucking ratchet and torn and scorned and traumatized. She don't give a fuck. This is the same woman that admitted in the video that she used to drug niggas and used to rob them. That was willing to pay money to trick off with her. She a busser. A busser. In my Chicago voice. She a busser. Back in my day, we used to call them high bodies. Hey, what you mean? What you mean about high bodies? Hey, I got some liquor. I got some weed. I can get whatever else you need. I got a spot at the spot. How about it? Oh, okay. Y'all heard about this David shit, right? There's some new shit that's going on about this whole case. And oh man, I'm feeling a certain kind of way behind this shit because when you really look at how shit is playing, I don't know if David's gonna come out of this shit super clean the way he might want to, especially dealing with a very underage girl. And by the time they found this girl, age-wise, she was officially 15 and he's 20. And they go back as far as 3, maybe 4 years ago. So he probably dealt with her as young as 12 years old. The industry's a motherfucker, man. I'm trying to tell you. Where y'all daddies at? But here's a new account of what's going on with David. And yeah.
Situation with music artist David and how he had potentially ruined his entire career and life due to his potential involvement with a missing 14-year-old girl named Celeste Hernandez. David went from aspirations of gaming and streaming fame to becoming an internet superstar musician with his songs trending all over TikTok. And for more information on his rise, you guys can check out my last video on this topic. But today I have updates for you guys, including more evidence that makes David look even guiltier than he did before. I told you last time that when they found the dismembered body in the back of his Tesla, that he tried to completely ignore the situation and continue with his countrywide tour that he was on at the time. But now the situation has gotten to a point where they had to totally cancel the rest of his shows, and his label Interscope has also pulled all marketing and promotion on him amid this investigation. And as reported last time, he was complying with the authorities, but the police have still not publicly listed him as a person of interest, and based on the evidence I have, David has still been extremely active online, even as recently as yesterday. So let's start with the fact that people had been calling David out with these Epstein EDP rumors since last year. Although he went back and turned off his comments on this specific TikTok, someone had left a comment as early as February 2024 saying, "Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl," on a TikTok that he had captioned, "Me to everyone I tricked into thinking this was a love song." And even back 2 weeks ago when the body was initially discovered, a Reddit user had commented, "This guy is a PDF from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader, let's just call her C, and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out C's friends knew and he would pay them to keep their mouth shut. C has been missing for over a month now and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on." Which does line up with photos of David handing what appears to be teenagers a brown bag and also a stack of cash. There was also a clip that resurfaced where David appears on stream with who people are saying is Celeste, and the girl in the video says something very strange.
I media trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything.
So he tells his moderators there to straight up delete everything. Also, pay attention to the chat, as his fans literally joked about him going on an Epstein flight. They also talk about a David and Celeste Island trip, while also saying that he is both cancelled and cooked. Someone also released a video from one of his concerts where he plays this unreleased song where David says this.
Okay, but the love when I'm with you is I be breaking it all the time. And I don't really mean to cause no issue. But I need you to know that I need you to know.
I mean, come on, guys.
And what's really crazy, also, he, like one in particular concert that he had, he literally had people bringing caskets to his show. Who does this? And I have to wonder, what life did he live before he had the fame that he had as well? What got lost in translation with this brother? And I feel bad for him because when I listen to like the energy of his music outside of the words, he's very talented. But it's something that's dark behind what he got going on. So I don't know how this is going to end up or how this all going to play out. But, you know, rest in heaven, you know, for the girl that is allegedly was dealing with him, that didn't even become a grown woman. You know, he was 15 when they found her. And there's a whole bunch of other shit that's going on with this story. But we'll talk about that as time goes on, because trust me, they're not about to let this go.
It was like this guy was addicted to dry snitching on himself in his songs and his music videos. And in a song called Decide that he released back in 2022, back when this girl Celeste would have been 11 years old, David sings, "I know what the problem is, save your tears, 7 years, I know life is complicated." When obviously in 7 years from then, she would have been of age.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year. Why is he saying? Why are you saying that like you're not like up there, gang? Well, I'm not there yet, but hopefully it's like even crazier next year. And then I'm going crazy year after year for the next 3 years, and then on the 4th year I retire, and on the 5th year I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib, no social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone. Will you still remember me? Yeah, bro. You'll have like the secret codes to the mansion. Yeah? You can pull up on every. What's the secret code? Give us the first 2 numbers. Absolutely not.
Wow. Y'all heard that, right? He said in 5 years of doing what he's doing, excuse me, he's gonna be off the grid and be gone. Why? As popular and as big as you're gonna be in social and the industry, you're gonna retire after 5 years? I mean, it sounds a good plan, but let's see what happens.
Now, 5 years from that clip would also be when Celeste would be 18 years old. There was also rumors that the two of them even shared a Spotify playlist together, and there was a video from June 27th of last year where it looks like someone is sneaking her backstage at one of David's shows. Now, that looks to me like the body language of someone who is trying to be hidden. And it really does make me question, like, how many people were complicit in this cover-up? How many people knew that David was running around with this underage missing girl? Because even in his Discord, it's quite apparent that some of his fans kind of knew what was going on.
And I had the idea to kind of make this first music video introduce a character that I had been kind of ideating for a really long time. That's why you see him with the blindfold and the bloody shirt aesthetic and the bow tie. I'm really big into anime and I'm really big into manga. And I wanted to make my own manga series at one point. And I was writing a lot of poems and writing a lot of things for it. And a big part of that manga was an evil version of me named Itami, which means pain in Japanese. And he wears his blindfold and he's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself. He's holding the knife with the bloody thing. You get the girl who's basically like the ghost of the person that he killed. Was his first victim in the manga.
Other than that, internet investigators found an old video of David cleaning someone's shoes, captioned, "I clean people's shoes as a side hustle, by the way," and then they also found a picture of the girl Celeste sitting on a bus with the very same Jordans. And things would only get creepier when a now deleted user in his Discord server, who people suspect was Celeste, shared a photo where she has a David tattoo on her ring finger, which dons a wedding ring. The same user also shared what appears to be her and David backstage laying down together. And in this alleged screenshot, David even claims that he and the deleted user have a kid on the way back in July of 2024, which people obviously speculate could be the very reason that she ended up losing her life. And keep in mind, guys, at this time, all the information I'm sharing in this video is pure speculation. And technically, it is innocent until proven guilty, no matter how bad it may look. There was also old chats dug up where David says that he was addicted to watching videos. And to me, with some of this, it's like, at what point do they really consider like shutting down Discord or having a much heavier moderation system on that? I just really feel like every time some sick shit is happening, Discord is always involved as the means of communication. Now, to get back to the evidence, back in January of last year, David had posted a video on TikTok in which a user says, "Please adopt me, I need it." And David tags an account with the username 09-07 and says, "Should we?" And I want you guys to just take a wild guess whose birthday was on September 7th, which is also the very same day that David released his song Romantic Homicide, which, like I told you last video, was the disturbing imagery of a body being thrown into the trunk of a car. I mean, it's like all the dominoes are falling, all the evidence is lining up against David. I don't really know what more people need to see. He also made this video in 2024, when your car declined to therapy and they bring in that one Hello Kitty girl that you met in 2021. And apparently this girl was known for her love of Hello Kitty. There are alleged Instagram story leaks from her where she has Hello Kitty Crocs on and is potentially talking about David's Hello Kitty doll. From the same Instagram leaks, people found her wearing a bracelet that matches this photo of a hand on David's face, and they also found her purse in the background sitting on the couch of one of David's TikTok videos with the same 2 keys you see there on the strap. And there was even speculation that David got the license plate on his Sprinter van changed to match her name. And people also found some alarming reposts on his TikTok page where there are jokes about ending your girlfriend's life for talking to other guys and being so jealous about stories from her past that you blow her brains out. Like, David, what past are you talking about? Like back when she was in elementary school on the playground, you sick bastard? And here is where things get even stranger to me. Like I said, the police had not listed him as like a person of interest or even a suspect. And like I said, there is evidence that David has been online as recently as yesterday. Some of you may know that David was really close to a lot of the biggest streamers online. Him and this guy Jason had even made a song together that has now been taken off YouTube. And this streamer Lacey revealed that David had been watching his stream only 3 days ago.
David was in the viewer list on my stream and he just unfollowed me on Twitch. Is that like, that's fucking creepy, no? Like, look, there's a blank for where the following was.
And just yesterday, he was tracked on Fortnite playing several matches of the casual reload game mode on his account. So I don't know, it's like the guy's whole life could be at stake and he's out here just running Fortnite, like living freely. I mean, something about that just sits so wrong with me. Like, why is this guy not behind bars? I mean, honestly, this sick might be sitting back loving the attention, because since this whole situation went viral, he's been breaking his own streaming records, because obviously a majority of people had no idea who this guy was before this happened, and also people want to see the potential dry snitching that he was committing in his very own songs.
Run away from home again, carving these notes into bloody arms.
You know, at this point, they have held a bit of a memorial for the girl Celeste. Her brother has also spoken out thanking people for their support. And obviously, the whole situation for her family, whether she had a rough home life or not, has just been absolutely tragic. Either way, the situation just keeps getting darker. Things just keep stacking up against this guy, David. I mean, at this point, I'm really just interested in knowing how many people were complicit with this going on in the background, how many people were helping him sneak around this girl, and how many people might have David actually paid off, because obviously this whole thing has become just beyond disgusting. And it's really just one of the crazier stories that I can remember in recent time. But y'all let me know what you guys think about the situation down below. As always,
that's just crazy, yo. That shit is crazy. I guess we're gonna find out more about what's going on with that shit as time goes on. I guess I would assume. Maybe he's playing this whole shit to his own, situation to get on, as far as viral. But this is some kind of toxicity that, I'm going to say this right now, David, if you are guilty behind this shit, man, God bless you, because the wrath is going to come down on you on so many different levels. It's going to be real, because it's already been speculated that you was dealing with this girl while she was as young as 11, 12 years old. I understand that she came from a fucked up household because she was a runaway. And let's think about this for a second. Most boys and girls who run away from home at that young of an age is a household that, solid 9 times out of 10 is not. 10 times out of 10 is even worse. And that shit's fucked up, man. That shit's fucked up. We live in the crazy times, y'all. I don't like the fact that we are living in times that people can't get it together in our community. I really can't. I really hope y'all like the live stream tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. The point of what I'm trying to say tonight is this. We can make changes in our everyday mindset. We can make changes in how we view people. And we can look at things in a certain lens and say, hey, do I need to deal with this or do I need to deal with that? Excuse me. I'm still coming, trying to get over my illness that I dealt with for the last couple of weeks. Like I said, I have been sick. And I've been trying to do the best I can to still keep my content going. So shout out to me for doing that. I've been staying the course. I just didn't do all my short content. So forgive me for that. I will say this. It is the trauma that not only makes modern women toxic, but what makes us men is toxic as well. Especially the men that have been solely raised by women with no male guidance, with no male role models, with no male structure. It will fall apart. It will. Oh, I'm taking my time. Because guess what? I have nothing but time. And I appreciate the Most High for giving me the time that I have. I appreciate the Most High for giving me the space for me to really see things in a different mindset than where I probably saw 2 years ago, 5 years ago, even 10 years ago. There are certain times in our life where all of us get into situations or get into certain spaces where we might think that we can be accepted in, until you really realize you're not accepted in that. There will be times that you will be tested of not only your own fortitude as an individual, but with your own faith in the spiritual level. It will happen. The things that we reviewed tonight, the things that we interacted with and fellowship with, I don't want y'all to take that for granted. because these situations could be our own. None of us is beyond reproach of anything that might happen that could be detrimental to not only your reputation, but your psyche. I said this years ago. We really need to focus on mental health help to help our community. I'm not talking about other communities. I'm talking about us Black people. We really need to get out of our feelings with certain things and really focus on our future. I know it's situations that we might have ran across some people that we just don't want to fuck with no more. It is what it is with that. You should be able to healthily, you should be able to walk away from them things in a healthy mindset. You should. Because holding grudges, holding animosities, holding negative energy towards anyone is not a good thing. It's just not. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's just not. What I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna close out tonight, because we're getting ready to wrap this up. We've been out here almost 4 hours. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight for the live stream. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. I am your host, Ross Lee. I'm here to bring it real, have adult conversations, fellowship, and entertain as best as I can. If you're willing to donate to the channel, the Cash App is scrolling across the screen. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or future ideas of any live streams, my email is right there right now on there too, blackbottomrodcast@gmail.com. I really appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. We got to do better as a culture, y'all. There's a black cloud, and I said this a couple weeks in one of my other videos. If you don't know what it is, go in my archives and look at that live stream. I'm not talking about it's a black cloud that's covering us. We really gotta realize what we are up against, not only politically, worldly, but internally. But what's more important is our internal energy. We need to move differently. We need to look at things differently. We need to try to elevate ourselves internally before we can interject that energy with someone else. I can talk all this shit all the fuck I want and give you all the goodness that y'all want to hear. I can. But if I'm not implementing that within my own life, I'm just talking shit, man. And I ain't doing it the right way. And I can't do that. I refuse to live this life while I still got breath in my body and sell y'all a fucking shit show and not incorporate it within my own life as well. I just can't do it. I can't. And I won't. Never. Ever. So with that being said, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Next live stream will be this coming Friday, 10 o'clock Central Time, Central Time. Hopefully everybody has a blessed remainder of the week. Keep your ears to the grindstone. Keep your head on a swivel, especially all those that's in the city. You know how it's going on out there. And with everything else that's going on, I want you to live as long as you want and never want, as long as you live. With that being said, I'm Ross Lee. This is the Black Bottom Broadcast. We are out.
Myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a nickel. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them dope and let them deal to brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I'd love to go back to when we played as kids, but things change, and that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Here things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music, I'ma share it, but today I'm yelling, bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 Bitch, don't kill my vibe.